You're an embarrassment to the family. You're just making up excuses to skip medical school. And now you're hospitalized with a stupid cold. Mom, I'm not skipping school. I'm just absent because I can't go. The doctor says I need to rest for a while. That's what I'm saying. You need to toughen up. Listen, it's us parents paying for school. Us. Stop playing hooky and just go to school. When you become a doctor in the future, you'll be treating patients with more serious illnesses. Someone like you is so weak-hearted. You get hospitalized for a trivial cold. Do you think you can be a great doctor like your father and grandfather? I can't say for sure since the test results aren't in yet, but there's a good chance it's not just a common cold. Besides, a common cold is nothing to scoff at. If it gets worse, it could kill you. Just be quiet. I don't need excuses. Get out of the hospital right now. You have to go to school tomorrow. I can't do that. The test results aren't in yet, and I'm in real pain. I don't need you to make up excuses. You're really unbelievable crying over something like a little cold. I'm gonna ask your father to get you discharged from the hospital. I don't think he can do that either. I'm not at Dad's hospital. What? Why not? Because I knew this would happen. Don't tell me you think your father is stupid. He's a great doctor. Our hospital has been in existence since my great-grandfather's time. How dare you, the eldest daughter, deny your family's hospital? Come to think of it, you've always been a rebel. If I hadn't advised you to take a science course in high school to become a doctor, you would have gone on to the liberal arts and end up getting low scores on your science test. Because of that, you wouldn't have been able to go to the top medical school in our country and ended up going to a lower-ranked school. Why don't you take a cue from your sister and work harder? Do you enjoy betraying me and your father? Aren't you ashamed of being the eldest daughter of our family? I'm not ashamed at all. I didn't get low marks in science subjects on purpose. It's because I just didn't have the aptitude for it and couldn't remember. I was interested in the humanities, and I did very well in those subjects. Isn't it natural to want to go for a course that you are interested in and have an aptitude for? That's you. You don't reflect even a little on your lack of effort. And yet, you are the eldest daughter of a family of doctors. Don't you feel sorry for losing to your superior sister? I'm not going to do this anymore because it's making me sick. I'll call you when I get the test results. Hey, Nellie! Wait a minute. Nellie, what do you mean you're dropping out of med school? You saw the test results, right? I need long-term hospitalization and treatment. You've only been there less than a year. I thought you were skipping school because of a temporary illness, and now you're dropping out? Oh my God. Our family has been a family of doctors for generations. You're the eldest daughter in this family and you drop out the moment you enter medical school. What are you thinking? Considering the pace of my recovery, I don't think I'll be able to advance because I won't have enough credits. When I told this to Dad, he said no one in our family has ever repeated a year. He said he'd rather I drop out than stay in school. I don't have a choice now. You had a quack doctor write you a fake medical report anyway. The only reason you didn't enter your father's hospital was so you could fake an illness. You still don't believe me about my illness even after seeing the test results. I'm your own daughter, after all, and you suspect me of faking illness before worrying about me? It's your attitude that's wrong. Besides, my great-grandfather, my grandfather, my father, just because they're all doctors. Don't you think it's not necessary to make me give up on what I want to do and become a doctor?
Listen, you.
Of course. Even a layman can see that being a doctor is really hard work, and it's a profession that I can truly respect. But I've just realized that whether or not it's a profession I want to pursue is another matter. Even if I became a doctor, I wouldn't be able to do much. If I mess up, I might make a medical mistake and cause trouble. That means I would tarnish the reputation of a hospital with a long history. I know it sounds bad, but I'm glad I had the opportunity to quit medical school. I've decided that once I'm cured, I'm going to do what I want to do the most.
If that's the case, pay back all the expenses you have incurred up to now from the time you started college.
Yeah, I promised to transfer all the money to Father's account within a year of release from the hospital.
Huh? Do you know how much it costs to pay for medical school? It's not an amount of money you can come up with within a year.
I've already decided what I'm going to do. It's not a problem. I'll get paid.
And if you get paid, that means you work, a mere high school graduate. Oh, I can't believe you are a high school graduate from a family of dignified doctors. You're disowned. You don't belong to this family anymore.
That's what I had already intended. Instead of worrying about my illness, you call me a hypochondriac. You're the kind of person who tries to twist people's lives the way you want just because they are your daughter. I don't even want to think of you as a parent.
What did you just say?
I've already asked movers to move the rest of my stuff that's at the house.
What? What do you think you're doing?
If you throw anything away of a value, I'll make you reimburse me.
What the?
I didn't expect you to anyway, but you don't have to come visit me. I'll take care of the hospitalization and the cancellation of university by myself. You don't need to bother. Well then, goodbye.
Nellie, I hope you're okay now. I had the stuff from your parents' house moved to my storage room. And your personal belongings from your locker at the university. If you need anything, I'll bring it to the hospital.
Thanks, Nicholas. So far, we're not missing anything. I'm sorry I even asked you to be there for the movers.
That's okay.
But you even covered my hospital expenses.
It's okay. You're finally free from the curse of your parents. I've decided to do everything necessary for that to happen, and I want to help. Right now, our top priority is to try to get you back on your feet as soon as possible.
Thank you, Nicholas. Nicholas, have you finished your discussion?
Yeah, we're done. I'm going home now.
Do you think the wedding will be cancelled after all?
Yeah, that's for sure now.
I see.
Hey, Nellie. That thing the groom asked me to do, it looks like I'll be there after all.
I see.
What about you? I mean, it's not completely unrelated, but you don't want to see them this way, do you? Even though it's been years, there's no way they'd have forgotten your face. If you want, I'll go alone.
Don't worry. In a way, I feel like this could be a turning point for me as well for the future.
I understand.
I'm sure they've forgotten what I look like. They haven't contacted me since then, and I don't think they're interested in me. Well, I'm the one who told them not to contact me.
But I still have a bad feeling about this. I hope it doesn't get you in trouble.
You're the one who's getting in trouble, aren't you? I'll be fine. Come home soon. I'll have dinner waiting for you.
Hey. What do you mean? I just passed you, right, Nellie? There's no way I could have mistaken your poor, cocky face. Why is an incompetent loser who dropped out of medical school here?
Oh, hi. It's been 8 years.
Hey, you do realize this is a wedding hall, right? Your sister's wedding. But I didn't invite you. I mean, you're not supposed to be here. Get the hell out of here.
No, I can't do that.
What? Wait, did you just come here pretending to be Natalie's sister? It's so embarrassing. Don't just show up at our family's wedding. We've decided that our failure of a daughter doesn't exist. The outcast of the family is a distraction to the wedding, so go home now.
I don't care if I am a failure or not, as long as you don't get in our way.
What? Oh, you work at this wedding hall, don't you? I can't believe you're working at a place like this, even though you insulated yourself with such bravado. Well, I'm going to use you as a guest here today, you know. Shall I have you polish my shoes first? Oh, I'm wearing a dress today, so I had to wear something else. Too bad.
Oh, you didn't hear anything, did you?
Huh?
I'm not a member of the wedding staff.
Then what?
You'll find out in a little while, but it's not something I'm allowed to discuss.
What?
Excuse me.
If you say you're working at this wedding hall now, then you're one of the staff members, no matter how you look at it. I guess when you've fallen so low, lying becomes the norm. Oh, but you have always been a liar who uses a fake illness all the time. I can't believe you were born as the eldest daughter of our family of doctors. Oh, what a pity. What's going on? Natalie was having an affair? How could you cancel your sister's wedding with such a fabricated story? You infiltrated the wedding staff to do that. Besides, from the look of things, why are you on the groom's side? You're a failure and I had to hide your presence from the groom.
What were you looking at earlier? I'm not a member of the wedding staff.
But don't tell me you're a lawyer.
Not exactly.
Of course you aren't. There's no way an incompetent like you could be a lawyer.
I'm currently working at a law firm and studying to become a lawyer. The one who was sitting next to the groom for the discussion was my husband, who is a licensed attorney.
Huh? You're married? And your husband is a lawyer? Are you insane to use that husband to come and ruin your only sister's wedding?
The groom asked me to do this, so I'm afraid that's quite a misnomer to put it that way.
Why bother with this today?
There was an explanation at the ceremony. Did you really not hear it? Or are you incapable of understanding something inconvenient even if you hear it?
Oh, come on. What?
I only found out about the bride's affair 3 days ago. The groom wanted to settle the matter before the wedding. He suddenly consulted with my lawyer husband, who was an invited guest on the groom's side, to be present at the discussion. I was there because I was the groom's friend and the bride's sister.
The affair was found out 3 days before. Is that why none of the invited guests showed up?
Yes. I didn't get the details on how and when they were contacted, but it seems the wedding was canceled in advance.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that Natalie was having an affair with a resident at another hospital? Is it true? Not made up?
That's what we've been saying all along.
All this time, it was a match made in heaven, marrying the next director of a city hospital.
It seems that Natalie was attracted to him because of his title. I'm sure the family supported her marriage because it would have been good for father's hospital if they had gotten married. But you can't get away with anything, can you? As a result, she ended up disgracing her father's hospital, didn't she?
What's with my daughters? You, the eldest, quit medical school to become a lawyer. And our second daughter, Natalie, who was our family's only hope, is ruining this good marriage. Oh, God. Why do you guys always betray your family like this?
I've talked to Natalie since then. She said I was just imitating Mom.
What?
You betrayed your family too, right?
It's your fault. Take responsibility.
Huh?
Your father says he wants a divorce.
Oh, I see. Good job.
Why are you so calm? I'm about to be divorced by your father. Can't you feel just a little sorry for me?
I don't feel sorry for you. I feel like things are finally falling into place in the right way. I just found out about the 20-plus year affair. They even did a DNA test on Natalie and Dad. I heard the results showed no parent-child relationship between the two of them.
It's already progressed that far?
My father contacted me himself. He said he wanted me to do it too, just to be sure, so I took the DNA test.
Well?
I was confirmed to be related to my father.
Right? You're your father's biological daughter.
Why did you panic for a moment?
Because.
You have an idea, don't you? Well, it's none of my business now. Hey, I'm sure my father will investigate and clarify everything.
What investigation? Don't be so nonchalant. Try to talk to your father out of it. Wouldn't you be sad if your parents got divorced?
I'm not sad. My father told me that he can't ask me to forgive him for the way he treated me, but he at least wants to apologize, and he's sorry. I take this as an apology for his reaction to learning that I am the only child related to him. I told my father that, and he ended the conversation. You don't even apologize, you just keep talking about yourself. You've always been like that.
Well, if we get divorced, can Natalie and I move in with you?
I can't do that.
Why not? I'll reverse the disownment, and it's your duty as the eldest daughter to help your mother and sister.
I don't have to do that. I mean, I don't want to. I already live with my husband's parents.
What?
Besides, my husband's parents are a family of lawyers. I don't want my ex-mother and ex-sister, who have a lot of problems, to move in with them. I don't want to have to deal with that kind of trouble.
But, what about mother-in-law problems?
I don't have to worry about that. My husband's parents are intelligent and kind people, unlike you.
Unlike me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Unlike you and Natalie.
Huh? Okay, I forgive you for saying that. But you are my blood and bones daughter, no matter what you say. Blood ties are important, aren't they?
You betrayed my father over this blood thing, and now you're telling me that?
That's another matter.
Please, shut up. I have no intention of accepting you and Natalie, no matter what you say.
But, Nellie, we can't pay the compensation.
Excuse me.
Just wait a second. Oh, come on. I haven't finished talking yet. Then just give me some money. You have to help your mom and sister. Hey, you! Don't tell me you blocked me.
My ex-mom was divorced by my father and kicked out of the house with my sister, who was not his biological child. My ex-mother and ex-sister's compensation for the wedding costs was paid in one lump sum, relying on my ex-mother's family, and they moved in with my ex-mother's family. They are working hard every day to pay back the money they borrowed for the compensation, while her elderly parents nagged at them. However, the ex-mother, who had never gotten out of the habit of spending lavishly in the rich doctor's family, wasted her salary. They are also about to be evicted from my ex-mother's parents' house. My husband has been busy for a while with my ex-sister's divorce proceedings and cleaned up the mess. Once things settled down, We moved out and never saw those troublesome people again. I am in the midst of studying hard for the bar exam for lawyers next month. I want to escape the curse of my parents' family and walk away as a full-fledged lawyer. Good morning, hun.
Morning, babe.
You're still in bed, aren't you?
No way. I'm already up and running.
Oh, my bad. We decided to spend time with each other's family separately the day before the wedding, so I thought you'd be taking it easy.
Yeah, I get it. Tomorrow's already the big day. We've been getting things ready while working. It feels like it came in a flash.
True. By the way, about Shannon, can she make it to the wedding?
Unfortunately, no.
Still not possible.
I've tried convincing her several times, but she just doesn't want to come, no matter what.
I see. She really dislikes me, huh?
She's such a strange little sister. You haven't done anything, but she just avoids you.
I can kind of understand her feelings. She's been so attached to you, right? She must be feeling like I'm taking you away from her.
Indeed, she used to stick to me when we were young. She even said she'd become my bride when she grew up.
Sounds like the typical case of a brother complex.
She's already an adult, so I wish she'd start distancing herself from me a bit.
I wonder if I'll ever get along with her.
Not sure. She's pretty stubborn. Don't stress yourself out about it, though.
But we're going to be sisters-in-law. I'd prefer if we could have a good relationship. I was hoping to have a chat with her at the wedding. It's a pity she can't make it.
Oh, well, but, come to think of it, maybe it's a good thing that she's not coming.
Why's that?
She tends to throw tantrums when things don't go her way since she was young. When she gets emotional, she might do something unpredictable. Seeing you in a wedding dress might trigger her jealousy. She could lash out suddenly.
That's pretty scary.
That's why I think it's better she won't be there in a way. Let's just enjoy our day. Probably Mom and Dad are secretly relieved that she isn't coming too. You guys can work things out after the wedding.
I guess so.
So we'll meet in the lobby of the wedding hall at 3 p.m. tomorrow, right?
Right.
I'm starting to feel nervous already.
Didn't you just say, let's enjoy our day?
Yeah, let's have a blast.
Sure. See you tomorrow. Hi, Macy. I told Walter that I'd skip the wedding, but guess what? Surprise! I came all the way. I mean, I wasn't planning to miss it in the first place. I've got a huge mission, you know. Well, I bet the reception's already started now. You probably won't even notice my message. Macy, I'm not letting you get away with this for sure. You, a 30-something old hag, stealing my beloved brother. I don't know what tricks you pulled on him, but I won't let a woman like you take him away from me. I'm gonna protect him with my life. I'll mess up your wedding big time. You're probably flashing that stupid smile cluelessly right now. I'll drag you down to hell in a split second. I'm coming over there now to give you a big celebration. Just wait and see. It's gonna be a blast.
Babe, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm in the dressing room right now, changing.
Did you get hurt?
I'm fine. I almost tripped and fell on my face, though. Wearing an unaccustomed dress and high heels is dangerous.
I almost had a heart attack.
It was really disappointing, you know. My hair and makeup were perfectly done, and now they're all messed up.
You looked so beautiful. It's really a shame.
I left everything to you. How's it going there? Is the reception going to be cancelled now?
Well, considering the situation, we couldn't really continue after what happened, so we had to cancel it and ask everyone to leave.
I guess that was expected. They must be upset about being sent home in the middle of it.
No, actually, they were feeling very sorry for me. Everyone witnessed what happened.
I see. It's a shame the reception was getting so lively and then it was interrupted. So, did you find Shannon?
Well, she's nowhere to be seen. I searched everywhere inside.
I guess she ran off somewhere.
She's so disruptive. I saw her suddenly barge into the hall. And then she threw a wedding cake at you. What the heck was she thinking?
Speaking of that, I checked my phone earlier and got a message from her.
Oh, from her?
Yeah.
I thought she didn't have your number.
I gave it to her when we first met. We never kept in touch though. I'm dumbfounded to see a bunch of messages she sent me during the reception.
What did she say?
It seems she had been planning a surprise for today for a while now.
Surprise? But it wasn't a surprise. It was a distraction.
She wrote something like, "Don't take my beloved brother, you old hag," and "I'm going to mess up your wedding." They were like threats.
A notice of destruction.
She's obsessed with you way more than I thought. I felt chills reading those messages.
This is getting abnormal. You better stay with your parents tonight.
Yeah, I plan to.
We don't know what else she might pull off. It's better to lay low at their place for a while.
That sounds like a good idea. They're worried sick too.
Once things settle here, I'll head to you. Show me the messages when I get there.
Sure. Also, there's something about her I want to confirm with my office.
With your office?
I'm a bit curious about something. I called the HR manager earlier asking him to check specific documents tomorrow. I'll explain the details later.
Got it.
Operation success. You look like a ghost covered in cake. Your hair was completely white. Hilarious. I didn't want to get scolded by my parents, so I bailed right away. Too bad your wedding was canceled. If you learned your lesson, give up on my brother, okay? It's audacious for an old hag like you to get involved with him. Seriously, things have been going great lately. Graduating from college this year and finally getting a job offer after a tough hunt. Once Walter divorces you, he'll probably come back home. I'll keep living happily with my beloved brother. By the way, you don't reply at all. Are you ignoring me? Meh, whatever. Probably too devastated by the canceled wedding. You can't even bother checking your phone, huh? I don't know where you are right now, but I never want to see your face again. Just get lost.
Hon, I got another message from Shannon.
Oh no.
I was in the shower and didn't notice it earlier. It sounds like she believes you and I are breaking up.
Jeez. I'll be there soon. Wait for me. I'll have to sort out that insane sister of mine.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Hey, Walter.
Shannon, where are you now?
I'm at the M Hotel near the venue.
You're hiding in a hotel? Dad and Mom have been looking for you everywhere. Come home soon.
No way. I'm scared of them. I don't want to go back just to get lectured.
After throwing the wedding cake at the bride, it's no surprise they're mad at you. On top of it, the wedding was cancelled because of you. I won't let this slide.
I did it for your sake, bro.
My sake?
You've been deceived by Macy, you know. I saved you from that witch.
I'm not being deceived and never asked you to save me. For the record, I asked her to marry me.
Oh yeah? What's good about that old and unattractive woman? She's not suitable for you at all.
Are you mocking the woman I chose to spend my life with?
I just spoke the truth. It would have been better if you had consulted me before popping the question.
For what?
If you had, I could have strategically stopped the wedding from happening from the start.
You're determined to mess up my marriage, huh?
That depends on the person, you know. I won't allow you to marry anyone I don't approve of. I won't ever accept it if you marry an old lady like Macy.
Why do I need your permission anyway?
Because ever since I was little, my dream was to become your wife. When I learned that siblings couldn't get married, I was devastated, you know. When you choose your wife, you need to consider my opinion.
I don't care about your opinion. You'd complain no matter who it was.
Hey, can you come pick me up?
Why all of a sudden? It's not far from the venue to home. You can go back by yourself.
But I'm scared to go back alone.
Whatever.
Dad and Mom are still mad at me, right? It'd make me feel better if you went back with me, so drive me home.
I told you before, you did something deserving of reprimand. Plus, I'm at work so I can't come. Stop hiding and just go home by yourself already.
You're lame. By the way, you're leaving Macy, right?
No, I'm not.
What?
But the wedding got canceled. Aren't you coming back home?
That's because of some insane person, but we're already married. I'm going to stay with her.
No, you must divorce her.
Never.
You won't be happy with that woman, you know. You'll definitely regret it.
Instead of worrying about me, you better start worrying about yourself.
Why? What do you mean?
I think Macy will contact you later. I have to go now.
What? Why would she contact me? Walter! Never mind. I guess she's just gonna complain about the cake thing. It's her fault anyway. Even if she contacts me, I'm not gonna apologize.
Hi, Shannon. You've been texting me a few times since yesterday. Sorry I haven't replied.
What do you want? If it's about the wedding cake, I'm not going to apologize. It's your fault for entrapping my brother.
Huh?
If it weren't for you, he would have been mine. I'm letting you off easy with just ruining your wedding.
Well, we can talk about that later. I'm contacting you for something important today.
What is it?
You're about to graduate from university, right?
Yeah, so?
You struggled to find a job and finally got an offer, correct?
What about it?
It's really a pity.
Geez, cut to the chase. My job has nothing to do with you anyway.
Turns out I have a lot to do with it.
How so?
You lost your job.
What?
I might need to reconsider my approach to the recruitment interview. Hiring someone like you is a big problem.
Shut up! Why should I be told that by you?
You don't even know the name of your future employer's CEO?
Name of the CEO?
I thought I had seen your name at work, so I asked HR for the list of new hires.
What?
I was right. Your name was on it. I was surprised that my sister-in-law was a new hire at my company, but it was completely unexpected that she'd throw a wedding cake at the wedding.
Hold on. You're the CEO of S Corporation?
That's right.
But you're still in your 30s. The CEO at that young age?
Aw, how sweet of you to call me young. You called me an old hag not so long ago.
This is the first time I've heard about this.
That's odd. I'm sure I introduced myself properly when we met for the first time with your parents. I guess you weren't listening.
Who wants to listen to the thief who stole my beloved brother?
That thief is also the CEO of the company you got hired at.
You're just messing with me, right?
If you doubt it, why don't you check the official website? My photo and name should be on the About Us page.
No way.
So, Shannon, I'll be revoking your job offer.
I am so sorry. I sincerely apologize for throwing the wedding cake at you. Please, just don't take away my job offer.
Oh, poor thing. But you think you can get away so easily with what you've done?
How was I supposed to know? I had no idea you were the CEO. I went through a lot to land a job at S Corporation. If I knew you were the big boss, I wouldn't have done it.
Even if I weren't, what you did is unacceptable as a person.
Oh no.
And you know, it's not just Walter and I who suffered because of you. Our families and the guests who were looking forward to our wedding too. And not to forget the staff who prepared for it. You trampled on the feelings of many and wasted precious time.
So, I'm apologizing for it. Please don't revoke the job offer.
It's unfortunate, but it's been decided after discussions with HR. You'll receive a notice via email soon. Good luck with job hunting again.
That's impossible. You know, there aren't many companies hiring new grads. You're the CEO, and yet, are you trying to ruin young people's futures? Are you okay for your sister-in-law to be jobless?
That's not my concern. As the CEO, I can't hire you knowing you have a serious issue.
This is ridiculous. Just when I thought my plan was a success.
Wait, I'm not done. I'll be charging you compensation.
Compensation? Why do I have to pay for that?
Throwing a cake at someone can be considered as an assault or a battery after the threats you sent me. I could have filed a police report. But when I talked to your parents, they begged me not to charge you since you're still a student. In return, they promised to have you pay compensation.
How am I supposed to pay? I'm just a student.
We're well aware of that. They agreed to cover it for now.
You owe them, so you better work hard and repay it quickly, okay?
No way!
I have a meeting to attend now. Speak later.
Wait, Macy! Please don't leave me like this.
Hun, are you free now?
Yeah, I'm on break now. What's up?
I just got a call from Dad. Shannon's facing expulsion from the university.
Holy cow.
I was surprised too. It seems she messed up a lot even on campus.
What did she do?
She barely attended classes and was just goofing around. She was almost failing and was desperate to graduate, especially after securing that job offer. She cheated during the final exams and got caught.
Whoa. So it didn't matter if her job offer was revoked or not. She couldn't even graduate to begin with.
That's right.
What's her plan now?
She'll probably find a part-time job. She's in debt to Mom and Dad for the compensation payment, so she has to work regardless of whether full-time or not.
True.
She caused quite a bit of trouble for you.
Yeah, but I've learned from this too. I need to be more cautious in hiring decisions. I'm planning to revise the interview process with the HR manager.
Oh, wow.
You too had a lot to deal with. You had to apologize to the wedding venue and guests for the sudden cancellation. It was quite a hassle.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you're okay with it, to throw another wedding reception as a way of apology. Of course, the expenses will be covered by me.
Fantastic.
Alright then, I should get back to work now.
Okay, have a good day at work.
You too, babe.
Shannon faced a nightmare of debt afterward. Apart from my compensation, she also had to pay damages to the bridal shop and the wedding venue. Since the wedding dress I wore was a rental from a shop, she had to pay for the cleaning costs. She was also charged by the venue for the ornaments, which she damaged as she hastily fled the scene following the cake incident. Upon seeing the bill, she apparently turned pale. It's the consequence of her own actions, so she brought it upon herself. Ultimately, her parents footed the bill, but they made it clear they'd recover the full amount from her. Since losing the job offer, she recently started working part-time. No matter how much she works, all her earnings will likely go towards repaying her debts. As for me, I'm happily living in an apartment near my workplace with my love. Things are going well at work, and I aim to balance my professional and personal life, intending to enjoy each day to the fullest.
On the day after tomorrow, make sure to get up at 4 a.m.
Huh? Why?
Why? Because you have to do a lot of things for me. When you wake up, prepare a bubble bath for me. Oh, and don't forget the rose-scented bath salts. Those bath salts make my skin so smooth. It's amazing. And for breakfast, make it healthy with fruits and vegetables. It's an important day, so I absolutely don't want to eat anything with a strong smell. Also, iron my clothes and help me curl my hair. Oh, when the store opens, rush there and buy beauty supplements.
What's the important day? There wasn't anything planned for the day after tomorrow, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you serious? The day after tomorrow is the day my fiancé comes to our house.
What? Fiancé? Did you get engaged to your boyfriend Mark?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know that.
Of course, I haven't told you anything.
Why haven't you told me something so important?
Huh? Why would I need to tell you in the first place? You're just a maid, so follow your master's orders. There's no need to ask for reasons.
A maid? I'm your sister. Getting married is such a big deal. I wish you had told me earlier.
What's the point of telling you? For some loser like you, I shouldn't tell you good news like this. If I foolishly tell you, who knows what jealous actions you might take. If you try to ruin my marriage, I won't forgive you.
I won't do such a thing.
Oh really? I don't think so. You've always been a loser who meddles without knowing your place.
Come on. We're sisters, aren't we? We're family. Don't say such horrible things.
Huh? What family? You may be my sister, but we are not blood related. First of all, we became sisters after our parents remarried. Both my dad and mom are highly educated and accomplished individuals.
However, your mom is so-so. But your real dad, on the other hand, is an alcoholic loser, abandoned and divorced by mom, right? With half the blood of loser running through you, you don't belong in our family. So you're basically like a maid. You're only kept in this house out of pity for dad and mom, so treat my fiancé in the same way, like a master, okay? A maid?
What, do you have any problem?
I've said many times that if I'm causing so much trouble, I'll leave the house.
Huh? If you do that, I won't have a maid working for free anymore. Don't you understand such a simple thing? If you understood your place, you wouldn't think like that, right? You are really, really stupid.
I should be home the day after tomorrow, right?
That's right. Get up at 4 a.m. and get ready for me.
Fine.
Oh, but you don't have to introduce yourself to my fiancé.
What?
Of course. What are you surprised at? He's going to greet my family, not to a maid. So you being there would be a nuisance.
I'm your family too.
Maids are not family. That's the part where you're being intrusive, you know? It really irritates me. After you serve tea and snacks, you should immediately go to the kitchen. It's natural for a maid to live in a way that doesn't interfere with us.
Fine.
Mark, are you on the way now?
Yeah, I just got on the train a little while ago.
Got it.
I'm so nervous to meet your family. Being 3 years younger than you, I hope I don't come off as too unreliable, you know?
Don't overthink. It's gonna be okay. I'm confident my parents would really appreciate a guy like you. They would totally be on board with the marriage. I've already sung Mark's praises to my mom and dad, you know.
I'm not such an amazing guy to be praised that much.
Oh, come on. Don't be so humble. Well, I love that part of you. I can't wait to see you.
Me too.
Oh, anyway, this strange girl is staying at my place, kind of like a freeloader or something.
Strange girl?
It's kind of like a housekeeper or a maid.
A maid?
For some reason, I let her stay at my place, and she takes care of all the household chores.
Like a live-in helper, you mean?
Yeah, something like that. She will just serve the tea and snack for you. Please don't mind about her. She's not part of my family or anything, so there's no need for greetings.
I see, got it.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Hey, I'm home now. Thanks for today.
Thank you for coming today. Hey, just like I said, my mom and dad were really welcoming to you, right? There's no way someone as perfect a guy as you would be rejected. Since my mom and dad are highly educated geniuses too, they said you are the perfect fiancé.
I see.
Now, we need to choose a wedding venue, right? When can we meet next?
Hey, I want to ask you something.
What is it?
That live-in helper, her name was Lily, right?
Huh? Yeah, now that you mention it, Mom did call her that. Is something wrong with our maid? Oh, did she say something rude to you? I knew it. A maid talking to my fiancé like that? I'll scold her later. Please forgive her, okay?
She didn't say anything rude. If anything, aren't you the one being rude?
Huh? Why?
Isn't she actually your sister?
Of course not. There's no way that dirty maid is my sister.
I know someone in my family who knows Lily.
What?
Lily fled with her mother from an abusive father, and her mother remarried another man 2 years later. That man also had a stepchild, and they became sisters.
Huh?
The name Lily and her mother's name matched. And she looks a lot like her mother. Are you treating your own sister like a maid?
Wait. You might think that way, but she's just considered a maid in our family, so I don't see her as my sister. Sympathy won't change anything, Mark. With Dad being the head of the family and no blood relation, she's naturally excluded from the family. Plus, she inherited the blood of an alcoholic and abusive man. In our family of geniuses, she's the only one with a low status and is considered unintelligent. She plays the role of a housekeeper because she has no brain. We're not even related by blood. Allowing her to be a housekeeper allows her to live in our house. So, Mark, feel free to treat her like a maid, okay?
So, treating non-blood related siblings like that is how it is for you?
Well, it can't be helped.
I'm sorry, let's call off the engagement.
What?
Let's talk about it officially in person.
Wait, what?
I also want to invite both sets of parents and your sister.
Why would it come to breaking off the engagement because of the maid's story? Wait, I haven't even met your parents yet. It's sudden to talk about breaking off the engagement like this, isn't it?
We'll talk about it another time. Anyway, I can't understand your perspective.
What's going on?
Once your parents meet my father, everything will become clear. Well then, goodbye for now.
Mark? Lily, are you kidding me?
What's wrong?
What did you tell my fiancé? Because of you, it seems like the engagement might be called off.
What?
What on earth did you do?
I haven't done anything. Following your orders, I woke up at 4 in the morning and did what I was told. Served tea to your fiancé and waited in the kitchen as you said. I also wanted to talk to Mark, but I didn't.
Don't lie!
Why? What happened?
Shut up! Get out of this house!
What?
Get out of this house today!
Hello, it's Lily's number, right?
This is she? But who is this?
I visited your home today. I'm Mark, Emma's fiancé.
What? Mark?
Yes. Sorry for messaging you suddenly. Emma added me to your family group chat earlier and I found your contact info.
Ah, that group chat. I was actually kicked out of that group just now. Well, whatever. Anyway, I couldn't greet you properly during the day. I apologize. So, is this something you need from me?
Yes. First, I'd like to confirm one thing just to be sure. Is your biological father named David and from McAllen City in Texas?
Yes, but how did you know that?
I knew it, so I wasn't mistaken.
What? I don't get it.
I'm your brother.
What?
Half-brother to be exact. We have different mothers, but I'm your biological brother. I've been looking for you for a long time.
What? What do you mean? I've never heard that I have a half-brother.
I didn't know until just recently either. This may come as a bit of a shock, but may I tell you?
I'd like to hear it.
Our father, David, as you know, was a terrible man, alcoholic and prone to violence. He was also truly irresponsible in his relationships with women. Despite being married to your mother, he had a child with another woman.
No way. Are you?
Yes, I'm that child.
What? Really?
When this was discovered, your mother decided to get a divorce. My mother also cut off ties with David. Later, she married a different man. Judging by your reaction, your mother has been keeping this a secret, hasn't she?
Yes. I knew my father was an asshole, but to think he had affairs and even had children is news to me.
Maybe because you would be shocked. I think she was hiding it. My mother was the same way. But when I got engaged and moved away from home, she told me the truth. Ever since then, I've been looking for my own half-sister.
About that, what about Emma?
I haven't told her about it. But after hearing how she treated and thought about you, I decided to break off the engagement.
Break off the engagement? Ah, so that's why she...
What, did something happen?
Today she forced me to leave the house by the end of the day.
What? Oh no, it's my fault. I'm really sorry.
No, that's totally fine. I was surprised when told, but truthfully, I've wanted to leave home for a long time, so it's actually a good opportunity. I'm sure you understood that when you came to greet me today. My whole family treated me like a maid. I didn't feel very comfortable.
They kicked you out of nowhere, right? If you have nowhere else to go, would you like to come to my place?
But...
When I told my mother about you, she said she didn't know why you were being treated so badly and that she wanted to help you.
Your mother?
We've all suffered due to our despicable father. My stepfather, who is my mother's remarriage partner, shares the same feelings. Although we are only half-siblings, we are connected by blood. I want to help you.
Thank you, Mark.
Can you come out to the Greenwood station? My father and I will drive to pick you up.
Well, if it's just the train fare there, I can manage somehow.
Huh? Do you not have money by any chance? You work, right?
I am ashamed to say that my stepfather manages my salary transfer account. I only get $200 a month from it. With what I have now, I thought I could barely afford to stay overnight at a motel. After that, I thought I would have no choice but to become homeless. Thank God you reached out to me. You're a lifesaver.
Your salary was being taken away? In that case, even more so, please come to our house.
Yes, thank you very much. I really appreciate your help.
No way! I can't believe my fiancé was your half-brother.
The world is small, isn't it? I was really surprised when Mark told me to.
But I don't want to break off the engagement.
You talked to him in person and officially broke off the engagement, right?
It was my only chance to get rich.
Oh, because Mark's father is a company owner?
That's right. I heard that Mark will be the next president. I wanted to be the president's wife. But thanks to you, everything's ruined. What are you going to do about it?
Hey, think about it.
What?
Mark's mother is just like my mother. She has suffered from an alcoholic and despicable partner, facing hardships.
So what?
Despite overcoming those hardships and finding happiness with her current husband, it's impossible to accept a woman with a harassment-prone attitude, treating her sister like a maid as a daughter-in-law.
What do you mean?
Besides, even Mark himself wouldn't want to marry a woman like you, who might ruin the happiness his mother worked so hard to achieve.
What the hell? What are you talking about? You are a loser who has the blood of an alcoholic scumbag flowing in you. Don't go against your master, you maid.
Mark also has the blood of that alcoholic scumbag flowing in him.
Well, that's...
Breaking off the engagement was for the best, wasn't it? At best, you can take good care of that bloodline you're so proud of.
Hey, where's the money? Are you taking your salary without my permission? Return it now.
Do you mean the money in my bank account? It's my money.
As a maid, you shouldn't have any money to spend freely. When Dad tried to withdraw your salary for this month, the card wasn't working anymore. You did something, didn't you?
I changed all my bank information. My bank information and card are now invalid.
What?
I already left that house, so I find it strange that my salary is being managed by your family. I'm not your maid or anything. As you wish, I've been trying not to get involved with you. I'm a loser who has the blood of an alcoholic scumbag flowing in me, right? Do you have any problem with me now?
Yes, we will be in big trouble. I can't believe that out of our monthly household income of $8,000, $5,200 was your income.
Oh, that's news to me. So that's your father's income, huh? I can't believe he makes less than I do. And yet, acting like the main breadwinner of the family, that's laughable.
Give me your money and do all the household chores. Since you abandoned your maid duties, the house has become a mess.
Why don't the three of you share the responsibilities?
What do you mean?
You told me to leave, so take responsibility for your words until the end.
What's with the attitude?
I'm just saying, bye.
Wait, no, it's not like that. I mean, hey! I can't marry the rich guy anymore and we can't live on just Dad's salary. Help me! We're a family, right?
I don't have an arrogant family like yours. Are you sure you've got the right person? Hahaha.
Don't say that! Well, I'll let you off with the housework. So, figure out the money somehow. We won't even have anything to eat tomorrow. Hey, Lily, don't ignore me. Please.
So, after cutting ties with family, I got some help from Mark's family and started living on my own. It's amazing to have a life where I can use my entire salary just for myself. Since I was used to a thrifty lifestyle, I ended up with quite a bit of extra money. I use it for savings and treating Mark and his parents well as a way of showing my gratitude. Emma and her family were struggling to get by on just Emma's dad's income. Apparently, Emma and Mom reluctantly started part-time jobs. Everyone in the family had developed a habit of spending recklessly, indulging in luxuries beyond their earnings. Before they knew it, they were drowning in debt. They've even sold the family home and are apparently facing the crisis of the family falling apart.
Amber, I need to talk to you. Amber, Don't tell me you haven't woken up yet. How long are you going to stay in bed?
Kendra, good morning. What is it so early in the morning?
Huh? What are you doing sleeping so late? Early in the morning? It's already past 6.
6 o'clock is early. Besides, I'm off work today.
What a lazy woman. Sleeping in just because you're off work? A wife usually gets up before the sun rises and does the housework.
I'm sorry, what era did people say before the sun rises?
Oh, are you trying to condescend to me saying I'm old-fashioned?
I'm not being condescending to you.
Anyway, now that you've married into this family, I won't allow you to sleep in, no matter how many days off you have.
I may be the wife of the family, but I'm not living with you. I'd rather you didn't interfere too much with my daily routine.
You're also cryptic. It's so annoying. Why did my son marry such a loser?
I usually get up at 6 a.m. to do the housework. But lately I've been so busy with wedding preparations, I've been so tired.
Oh yes, about that wedding. I'm going to ask you to cancel the ceremony after all.
Excuse me?
I'm telling you to cancel the wedding.
The ceremony is tomorrow.
So it's not too late, right?
No, I don't understand what you're saying. Why do I have to cancel the wedding all of a sudden?
Because I'm against the marriage.
Huh?
Our son doesn't deserve a woman like you. That's why I've decided to have you call off the wedding ceremony right now.
What are you talking about? When we went to your house to inform you about the wedding, you approved of our marriage. So I don't understand why you're against it now.
I just couldn't be honest about it in front of my husband and my son. My husband seemed to like you. If I was the only one to object, what would everyone say?
But if you had your own opinion, I wish you had expressed that then. Why are you against our marriage?
I'm telling you, he's my eldest son.
Yes?
Do you know what it's like to marry the eldest son?
Well,
the eldest son's wife should live with her in-laws and serve the family. You have no intention of quitting your job. You insist that you won't live with us.
It wasn't me who said we won't live together. It was Adrian, wasn't it?
At this point, it doesn't matter either way. You lured him away. You seduced him into not living with us, didn't you? Trying to make him leave his aging parents. What a cruel person.
No, that's not right. I didn't say we would never live with you. Adrian wanted us to cherish the time we have together as a couple. As long as the parents can take care of themselves, we would live separately and pay visits to you from time to time.
I dreamed of living with my son and his wife when he got married, and having a lively life with my grandchildren who would eventually be born, and the neighbors would look on with envy. But you ruined my dream. I still can't approve of this marriage. Let my son leave you at once. I'm going to find him a more obedient and proper wife.
You're going to marry your son off for your dream.
I'm sure he loves me, his mother, more than you. But he's just too shy to tell you the truth. I'm sure he really wants you to be a full-time housewife. And I'm sure he wants to live with us.
I think that's all your fantasy.
Huh?
I get it that you don't think much of me, but Adrian and I have already registered our marriage and we're already married. I can't cancel the wedding now just because of your selfishness.
My selfishness? Are you dismissing your mother-in-law's opinion as mere selfishness?
As for the difference between your view and mine, I hope we can come to a compromise through repeated discussions. Tomorrow is a once-in-a-lifetime big day. Could you just please accept it and be happy for us?
You're a brazen woman. Even after all this, you still want to hold the wedding? Even though you're putting me through so much anguish?
On the contrary, if we cancel the wedding now, it will cause trouble for the wedding hall and all the invited guests. I mean, you haven't said anything to Adrian about canceling the wedding, have you?
There's no way I could tell him. I don't want him to hate me.
So you don't care if I hate you?
Of course I don't mind. I don't like you, so it's mutual.
Oh God. Either way, Kendra, it's impossible to cancel the ceremony now. You'll have to give up and join us as a relative.
Well, you're a big shot. You just remember, I'll do everything in my power to make it impossible for you to hold the wedding.
What on earth are you planning?
That's for me to know and for you to find out. You'll be sorry you ever messed with me.
Adrian, is this a good time? I need to talk to you about something.
Good morning, Amber. What's up?
I just got a text from your mother.
From Mom?
Yeah, around 6 in the morning.
That early? Was it something so urgent she had to text you?
She told me to cancel the wedding tomorrow.
Huh? I don't get it.
I know, but your mother was against our marriage from the start. She doesn't want us to have the wedding.
I don't know why she said she was against it. When we went to greet her, she was smiling the whole time. She said she was happy that I got a cute bride. At least that's what I thought she said.
Apparently, her smile was fake.
I see.
It seems she pretended to go along with it in front of you and your father, but she really didn't want you to marry me.
I wonder what she's so worried about.
That I'll continue working after marriage, and that I won't live with my in-laws.
What's wrong with that?
She said it was her dream, that her son and his wife would live with her and she would be surrounded by her grandchildren. To be the envy of the neighbors.
Oh, she's as vain as ever. It's true that recently there's been a rush of grandchildren around my mother. There are a few people she knows who have started living with their son and his wife. Maybe she's convinced that living together with her son and daughter-in-law makes her a winner.
She also told me that the eldest son's wife should be devoted to the family.
That's a pretty outdated concept.
She hasn't said anything to you about the wedding?
Yeah, I've been staying with my parents since yesterday. They haven't said anything to me.
I see.
I'm sorry my mom's giving you such a hard time. She was always nice to you in front of me. I thought things were going well.
She doesn't want you or your father to hate her, but it seems she really doesn't like me.
We can't cancel the wedding no matter how much Mom objects. We'll just enjoy the ceremony, don't worry about her.
You know, your mother could be up to something on the day of the wedding.
What?
She says she's going to do everything she can to make sure we don't get married. I hope it's just a threat.
What's with that? What an immature parent. Don't tell me she's planning to storm out in the middle of the ceremony.
It's probably just all talk.
I get it. I'm going to talk to her and send her straight so she doesn't do anything at our wedding ceremony.
Yeah, I just don't want her to be in a bad mood and say she won't go to the wedding. I don't want to irritate her too much.
I understand. I'm sorry you had to get all stressed out the day before the wedding because of my mother.
Don't worry. I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Amber, today is finally the wedding day. I wonder if you're getting ready in the waiting room at this point. Since you insisted on holding the ceremony no matter what, I decided to give you a little surprise. What do you think it is? I mean, you've been so busy with the preparations, I don't think you'll have time to look at the message. You'll be so surprised when you come to the venue. This will certainly get the wedding shut down. You should know that if you disobey me, you're in for a heap of trouble.
Kendra, where are you? Kendra, please pick up the phone.
Oh, Amber, you seem to be in a panic. Did something shock you?
Kendra, I just heard from the staff at the wedding hall. The wedding cake at the venue is all messed up.
What? You didn't notice? The wedding hall staff saw it before you did? No, that's no fun.
So it was you after all. I heard that some guests witnessed someone who looked like you running away from the venue.
Yes, that's right. I did it.
But how could you?
Because I hate you. I kicked your wedding cake over.
Kicked it over? Taking it out on the cake is going way too far.
I told you yesterday, I'll do everything in my power to prevent you from having a wedding. You can't have a wedding ceremony with a wedding cake like that. Cutting the cake is the most important part of the ceremony.
You're a monster. Can't you imagine how sad the bride and the groom must be?
You can be as sad as you want. Compared to my grief at having my dreams stolen from me, I could care less about the cake.
The people at the ceremony worked so hard on the cake.
Well, if you want me to pay for it, I'll at least pay for the cake. I'm sure it's not much anyway.
Do you think you can just pay for it?
It's your fault for going against me and trying to force the ceremony in the first place. If you learn from this, give up on Adrian. The ceremony will be cancelled anyway. You can go ahead and file for divorce now, can't you?
Huh? The ceremony will go on as planned.
Huh? Even though the wedding cake got messed up?
That cake isn't mine.
Huh? That can't be true. I snuck into your reception hall and kicked the cake over. You were in the wrong venue. Wait a minute. The ceremony staff said that they found another couple was supposed to have their ceremony at a different venue at the same time as us. Huh? Someone knocked over the wedding cake that was set up there. The staff asked me if I knew anything about it. That's ridiculous. Besides, there was no way the cake was set up at our venue. I ordered a fresh wedding cake from my favorite cake shop in the neighborhood. What do you mean? There's no way they can serve it at the venue even before the reception starts, right? Is that right? Of course not. So what you kicked down was an imitation cake prepared by the ceremony hall. I didn't know. But still, sneaking into a wedding hall without permission and kicking over a wedding cake? Kendra, you've done a terrible thing. Wait a minute. It was your wedding I wanted to cancel. I don't know if the couple whose cake was destroyed will continue with the ceremony after this. But anyway, please come back there as soon as possible and apologize to the couple and the ceremony hall for ruining the ceremony. I don't know what to do. I didn't mean to do anything bad, okay? You wouldn't have kicked over the wedding cake if you didn't have any bad intentions. So, I thought that was your wedding cake. Is it impossible that you could have made a mistake? Anyway, I was so preoccupied with getting you guys to cancel the ceremony. I didn't even check whose reception venue it was. I'm so dumbfounded. That's right, Amber. It was an accident. Tell them that it was all just a big mistake. Huh? I didn't have any bad intentions. I just bumped into the cake and knocked it over. Then they'll forgive me, right? If they want me to pay for it, I'll just ask my husband to pay for it.
What are you talking about?
That's okay, isn't it? We're going to be a family now. It's only natural to help a family member in need, isn't it?
Don't act like we're family now. You were against me marrying Adrian, right? But now it's an emergency, so you'll allow me to marry him?
Please, Amber, if you could just play along, I can get out of this without having to take the blame.
That's impossible.
Huh?
Don't you know that there are security cameras installed in the ceremony hall? Don't even know that?
Security cameras?
All of your crimes are recorded. Even if I tried to help you, it would be of no use.
Oh no.
I'm heading to the venue now. If you're not coming back, we will continue without you.
Wait, Amber. Amber, I'm in trouble.
Kendra, you didn't come back to the wedding venue after all. Where did you go and what were you doing?
That's not important now. I want you to listen to me.
Huh?
My husband confronted me with divorce.
Well, I guess that was inevitable.
What part of it is inevitable? I'm not going back to being single at my age.
My father-in-law had a hard time yesterday. You never came back. He had to apologize to the wedding hall, the other bride and groom, and all the other families that were all put out. We managed to have a wedding too, but we had to go through a lot of trouble to clean up your mess.
But divorce is going way overboard, isn't it? Moreover, even my son Adrian said he'd cut ties with me. I've only been a housewife my whole life. I can't survive if I'm kicked out of the house alone.
Then why don't you work?
What?
I mean, I think you'll have to work.
Huh?
Compensation for damages to the ceremony hall and to the couple and everyone who you caused so much trouble. You're going to have to pay for all of that by yourself now.
What do you mean?
It's not a surprise, is it? You kicked over the wedding cake that was about to be used. You ruined the ceremonies, so it's a matter of course, isn't it? It seems that the other couple managed to hold their ceremonies somehow. But because she couldn't cut the cake like she was looking forward to doing, the bride was crying. And you ran away without even apologizing. You just tried to play it off as an accident. That's beyond scum.
Amber, please, convince my husband.
What's that?
I want you to talk him out of divorcing me. I'm really sorry about the cake. I can even go and apologize to that other couple right now. Anything but divorce.
I don't think that's going to happen. Your husband is extremely angry. And the other couple who were affected, they say they don't want to see the face of a person who would do such an insane thing. If you really feel bad about this, I think the only thing you can do is to pay exactly what you're charged.
Then Amber, lend me some money.
Huh?
If my husband divorces me, I won't be able to live on my own. It's absolutely impossible for me to pay the compensation. I'll work and pay you back for sure. Right? Please.
You made it clear you hated me. Don't try to rely on me now because you're in trouble.
Because my husband and son have abandoned me. The only one I can rely on is you, my daughter-in-law.
But since Adrian cut all ties with you, you and I have nothing to do with each other.
Don't be so cold.
Goodbye.
Amber!
Thus, my mother-in-law, who had been abandoned by her family and left all alone, started a living job to make a living. As for the damages and compensation for kicking over the wedding cake, she had to borrow money. My mother-in-law worked and worked, but most of her wages disappeared to pay off her debts. She lives in extreme poverty, eating only canned beans and franks every day. According to my father-in-law, my mother-in-law still says to him, "I'm sorry for what I did and I want you to give me a second chance." He still receives messages asking him to let her come home. I heard that my mother-in-law's outbursts are now the talk of the town. I think my mother-in-law is too embarrassed to go near my parents-in-law's house. As for me, I am enjoying my newlywed life with my husband, Adrian. We sometimes visit my father-in-law's house for dinner. We also go on trips together during long vacations, and my relationship with my father-in-law is good. 6 months after the wedding, I found out that I was expecting a baby. Together with my husband and father-in-law, we are looking forward to adding a new member to our family.
Pamela, you've got to be kidding me. What's going on? I'm drowning here, so please cut it out.
What are you talking about, Alicia?
Stop playing dumb. Where are you now?
I'm at home.
What? Aren't you supposed to be on a business trip?
Today is Sunday, so I'm off work, and my job rarely requires me to go on business trips.
Hold on. So it was a lie? What you're saying makes no sense.
Okay.
If you're at home, there's no reason for you to leave your baby here, right?
A baby?
Yes, come pick her up now. You probably think I'm free since I'm a housewife, but I also have a 3-year-old daughter, you know. Taking care of a newborn is hard work. I'm not running a nursery here.
I'm a bit lost here.
Oh, you're gonna keep playing dumb, huh? I didn't even know you got married. And you even gave birth.
Gave birth?
I don't know when you had her, but leaving her with us for a month, what's wrong with you? Be a responsible mom and come get her.
Please, calm down, Alicia.
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea how much trouble you're causing by leaving your baby with us? You might be overwhelmed by work, but I'm busy too. If you can't take care of your baby, find a daycare or something. You chose to give birth, so take responsibility and raise her.
I don't have a baby.
Yeah, right.
And I'm not even married.
Huh?
I do want to get married, but I've never had a boyfriend in my life. I'm just eager to find a partner. There's no way I wouldn't tell you if I got married.
So why did you leave your baby with us?
I don't have one to leave with.
But I'm currently holding her. If she's not yours, then whose is it?
Well, I'm not quite sure about the situation, but you're holding someone's baby right now, correct?
Yes. It's been over a month since I've been looking after her.
But you have no clue whose it is.
Wait a sec. I've been taking care of her, thinking she was yours.
Where does she even come from?
Matthew took her in.
Matthew?
About a month ago, I went out with my daughter, and when we got back home, he was holding the baby.
OMG.
I was dumbfounded and asked whose child it was. He said it was yours.
That's insane. I don't remember leaving a baby with him.
According to him, your friend brought her.
My friend?
Yeah. Apparently your friend said you were gone on a business trip and asked if we could take care of her. The friend has some urgent matters and couldn't look after her anymore.
What the heck?
So he thought it was just temporary and took her in, but your friend hasn't shown up until now. I told Matthew to call you, but he said you were hammered with work and wanted to give you some time. Okay. He's usually at work, so I'm the one taking care of the baby, you know. I'm already overwhelmed with my own child. I'm reaching my limit. It's terrible to leave a baby for that long, but there's no way I would do that or go on a business trip. I wonder who this person claiming to be my friend is. I have no idea. How come? When I asked Matthew, he said he forgot to ask. This person left the baby without even giving their name? She was in a hurry or something. As soon as she dropped off the baby, she turned around and left. The mystery remains, but I've got the gist of the situation. I'm sorry for suspecting you. I'm so stressed with looking after the baby, and I'm not in the right frame of mind right now. I let out some harsh words. Don't worry, it's not your fault. We just need to figure out who this friend is. Even if he doesn't know the name, maybe I can identify her by the feature. I'll ask Matthew about it. That'd be great. I'm counting on you. I've been trying to appeal to him, but he won't listen to me. Oh, really? I guess he doesn't understand how hard it is because he's never taken care of our daughter or the baby alone. I'm really in a tough spot here. I might end up having a breakdown if things continue like this. Got it. I'll check with him right away. Please, wait a bit. Hey, bro, you got time now?
Oh, Pamela, it's been a while. What's up?
You sound carefree, even though Alicia's going through a tough time.
What are you talking about?
I heard something from her. She said she's looking after a newborn at home.
Oh, yeah, that. Don't worry about the baby.
Huh?
We're taking really good care of her as a responsible uncle and aunt. You focus on your work, okay?
Hey, she isn't mine.
What?
I heard my supposed friend brought her over, but I'm neither married nor have a baby.
Wait, it's not yours?
Come on, cut me some slack. I don't even know who that friend is, but why would you easily believe it? You know I'm single, right?
Well, I haven't seen you for a while, you know? You're at that age where getting married and having a family wouldn't be too surprising.
I'm sorry for being single at my age. If I were married, I'd definitely have told you.
Yeah, true.
Seriously, didn't you find it odd?
Odd in what way?
The woman claiming to be my friend left the baby and hasn't shown up to pick her up, right? If you thought she was mine, why didn't you contact me for a whole month?
I felt bad to bother you.
Why?
You didn't say anything to me, so I thought something might be up.
Like what?
Like maybe you gave birth out of wedlock, or you aren't getting along with the baby's father. Fortunately, Pamela's a homemaker and stays at home. I thought we could take care of the baby until you sort things out.
I see. You were thinking about me in your own way.
Exactly. As an older brother, I wanted to do whatever I could for you.
So you don't know which friend of mine brought the child, right?
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to ask for a name.
Do you remember any facial features? Wearing glasses, short or long hair? Anything?
It was all so sudden that I freaked out and I can't remember now.
Well, if someone suddenly left a baby with me, I guess I'd freak out too.
She was so quick to leave, you know. I didn't even get a good look at her.
Okay. If you can't remember anything, I'll check with all my friends.
Really?
I'm not sure if I'll find her right away, but she did say she was my friend, right?
Yeah, but there's no need to force it.
Why not?
I reckon your friend might have had some reasons for leaving the baby and might not want to step forward now.
But we've got to find the real mom somehow. You guys can't keep someone else's child forever.
About that, I've been thinking maybe we could raise her.
Are you kidding me?
I guess I'm getting attached to her. It feels like she's my own child after a month, you know? If we can't find the mom, I'm thinking maybe she could stay with us.
That's absolutely not okay. Alicia's struggling. She says she's at her limit, taking care of someone else's child on top of her daughter.
That's just her being a drama queen, isn't it?
What?
She's a homemaker and has lots of time on her hands. She should help take care of the baby.
Being a homemaker doesn't mean she's free all the time. She's already dealing with a handful with her kid and now the baby too. And she isn't even hers. She even mentioned she might have a breakdown.
That's a bit exaggerated. Taking care of 1 or 2 kids isn't that different in terms of effort, right? I mean, she gets to raise a second child without going through the pain of childbirth. She should be grateful.
Wow, you have a totally warped mind.
How so?
You're leaving the baby's care to her, right?
I have a job, you know, so she should take care of the kids as a housewife.
I've never had a baby myself, so I can't speak for her. But I assume taking care of kids is just as demanding as any job. We've got to find the real mom for the sake of her mental health.
You think so?
If we can't find her, I guess we'll have to report it to the police.
Police?
You can't just keep an orphaned baby, you know.
Hey, hold on a sec. Let's not get the police involved.
Why not?
Wait, can you give me just a little time?
Why?
My memory's starting to come back. I thought the girl who brought the baby was your friend, but I might have been mistaken.
What?
I was so freaked out at that time that I don't exactly remember what was said. Maybe it wasn't your friend, but someone I knew.
Seriously? So thinking it's my baby is a misunderstanding on your part as well?
It might be. Anyway, I'll look into it. Please don't get too involved with this, okay?
But you were saying the baby was mine a moment ago.
Of course. We'll take care of her until we find her parents.
Then how are you going to explain this to Alicia? She took care of her for over a month thinking she was mine because you told her that.
I'll talk to her about it. And don't say anything unnecessary to her. We'll handle this matter from here. All right, then.
Hey, wait. Come on, Matthew.
Pamela, it's urgent.
Matthew? What's up so early in the morning?
When I woke up, Alicia and Lucy were gone. Do you know where they are?
I have no idea. Maybe they just went out together.
There's no way they'd take off this early. Not only that, she left the baby. I've been trying to call and message her, but no answer. What's wrong with her leaving me alone with the newborn?
Okay, so you've got to take care of her for now.
I can't. I've never done it before.
But you've been with her for over a month now. You can at least handle feeding and changing diapers, right?
I've tried before, but I always did it with Alicia's help. I can't take care of her all by myself.
Even if you say so, Alicia isn't there, so you've got to do your best, right?
Can you come over and help with the baby?
You're kidding. You've told me the complete opposite the other day. You said not to get involved in this matter, and you will take care of her.
But I can't do it alone. If I'm stuck with her, I can't even go out on a Sunday.
Seriously. Alicia's been taking care of her alone for so long. It'd be nice if you took responsibility sometimes. You'll understand her struggles.
I can't believe this. So you won't come over? Everyone's so heartless.
Who would help you, idiot?
What did you...
I never thought you could become so low.
What's up with you suddenly?
I already know. That baby is yours.
No.
You're the lowest of the low. You've been cheating all along, right?
Did you know this from the beginning?
Last time we chatted, you sounded too weird, so I contacted Alicia right away. After discussing it, we decided to hire a private investigator.
What?
As expected, the result was despicable.
That means Alicia knows too?
Yep, she knows everything. You've been cheating on her since she was pregnant. Then you ended up having a baby with your mistress. When you realized it, it was too late to terminate. So you lied that you were entrusted with my baby.
Ugh.
It's abominable to take advantage of Alicia's kindness and try to make her raise your secret baby. She was furious, you know.
Oh, God.
Understandably so. After being betrayed for over 3 years, I can't blame her for leaving you.
Wait, does that mean she will...
She intends to file for a divorce.
I will not accept it.
Jeez.
I need her to raise the baby. Her real mom is too young and can't handle a baby. That's why I decided to take her. I have to work, so I can't take care of her at home. I need Alicia to come back any cost.
You're a hopeless scumbag, you know that? Too bad, she won't be coming back. If you didn't want her to leave, you shouldn't have cheated in the first place.
What was I supposed to do? When she got pregnant, she stopped being affectionate because of the morning sickness and stuff. I ended up feeling frustrated. By chance, I met a cute girl at a singles party. She was still just 20 years old. Isn't it normal for a healthy guy to be attracted?
I can't believe my brother is this stupid. Don't you think going to such a party when you're already married is wrong?
I just went to blow off steam.
Whatever you say. You went there to find another woman, didn't you?
But she's just a fling.
How's she just a fling when you have a baby with her?
But the one I truly love is Alicia.
Yeah, sure. No matter how much you try to justify it, she won't come back to you. Why don't you just marry that 20-year-old and raise the child together?
Marrying her is out of the question.
Why's that?
She's got a fiancé.
Oh dear. She had your baby while she was engaged?
Her fiancé was working overseas for a while, so we agreed that we would hang out until he returned. I never thought a child would come out of it.
So her fiancé doesn't know that she cheated and had a child.
Before he found out, I took responsibility. So you see, Alicia and I'll have to raise the baby.
Things don't work out that conveniently, you know. She's already gone back to her parents' house.
Never know, if I sincerely apologize, maybe she'll forgive me. After all, the baby is biologically mine. If she still loves me, she should love her too.
Sounds like you're in your own little world.
I trust her.
Do whatever you like then.
Pamela, I need your help.
Yeah?
Things have gotten worse. I want to reconcile with Alicia, but she's not considering anything except divorce. She's demanding alimony from me.
Well, obviously. You cheated and even had a child.
That's not all. I received a threat from the girl's fiancé.
Oh, so he found out about the affair.
Apparently she slipped her mouth. What am I going to do? You can't afford to pay alimony.
No matter what you say, you've got to pay.
But I don't have the money. My bank account probably doesn't even have 2 digits.
Geez, you didn't have savings despite having kids?
I spent all my savings hanging out with my girlfriend. And you know, I've been so stressed that I made a huge mistake at work. I have to take responsibility for the loss, and my salary is getting a huge hit.
Oh, that really sucks for you.
Yeah, and now they're moving me to a remote factory, out of the career track. Rumor has it that once I'm sent there, I won't be able to come back to the main office. What should I do?
Is your girlfriend no longer with her fiancé?
She got dumped and is staying at my place now.
In that case, you both need to work together and do your best. Having the real parents together for the baby is a good thing, isn't it?
Pamela, can you lend me some money?
Excuse me?
Neither she nor I have any savings. If I pay the alimony, we won't be able to make ends meet. Please, lend me just 100,000. I'll definitely pay you back later.
No way. I'm not lending you a single cent.
Are you turning your back on your brother?
I know how much Alicia suffered because of your actions. If you're short on money, figure it out yourselves.
Oh, come on.
Since I ditched my brother, he went crying to our parents. Once they learned about the whole situation, they were utterly shocked and denied any involvement. In the end, he took out loans to pay alimony and child support. He then left for his demoted position with his girlfriend and their baby. I guess not having enough money messes with one's head. I've heard that they fight constantly from the stress of being forced to live in poverty. Thankfully, they seem to be raising the baby responsibly, so that's a relief for now. Alicia is anticipating the divorce to be finalized and works a part-time job while getting support from her parents to raise her daughter. She went through a lot because of my brother, so I sincerely wish her happiness from now on. As for me, I finally got my first ever boyfriend recently. I don't know what would happen, but he's an earnest guy who's considering our future together. If we end up getting married, I want to learn from my brother's mistakes and create a warm, trusting family where everyone loves and cares for each other.
Bonnie, where are you and what are you doing? Hurry up and answer the phone. Sorry, Mom, I just got off work. You are such a total jerk. You fooled me beautifully. What? I want you to divorce my son immediately. Huh? Today, okay? Excuse me, Mom? I don't want you to call me Mom. You're a bottom feeder. Oh, come on. What is it all of a sudden? Aren't you even going to explain to me why I have to get a divorce? You don't have any idea? Well, no. I don't even know why you call me a bottom feeder. This is why you're poor. I don't think I'm poor. Huh? You're going to claim you're not poor with that going on? So anyway, just calm down and tell me what you're talking about. It's funny that after seeing a bank book like that, you're telling me to calm down. What? A bank book? Don't tell me you went through our drawers. What kind of a person would go through your drawers? I was just looking for something, and I happened to find a bank book. No. It's not right to open a drawer in someone's house without permission. How did you get into the house in the first place? I made a spare key. Again? Please stop it already. What are you talking about? There's nothing strange about a mother entering her son and daughter-in-law's house. It's a mother's job to check that you, the wife, are taking care of the house. But my husband has already left you and started his own family. Making a duplicate key without permission is going too far, even for a mother. Shut up. Why are you making such a fuss and complaining? Before you know it, you'll start slacking off on your housework. I'm going to be keeping an eye on you from now on. I'm not slacking off. I'm usually too busy with work to do much housework, but on my days off, I clean the house and prep meals. That's why I have to go over there every now and then. I have to keep the house in order. I can't believe it. How much free time do you have when the place is 2 hours away by bus? That doesn't matter now. What's with the bank book balance? Balance? Why is it your bank book balance as a doctor is $1? $1? How much money do you have to spend to get your balance down to $1? Are you in debt? Or is it a lie that you are a doctor? No, I allowed my son to marry you because you said you were a doctor. If you're a doctor, you're probably paid more than anyone else. I thought you would be a suitable wife for my family. But when I opened it up, I found that the account balance was $1. What is this? I don't want a daughter-in-law like that. So divorce my son. Let me tell you something anyway. I have no recollection of a bank book with an account balance of $1. That's no reason for me to divorce Felix. Well, you're a cocky girl. You deny what I have seen with my own eyes. I myself don't have such a bank book, so it's a matter of belief or non-belief. Do you think you can deceive me coming on strong like that? I don't have a bank book with only $1 in it. What a person you are. You're a bottom feeder, a pauper, a spender. I'm none of those. If I knew this was going to happen, I would never have let you marry my son. I feel so sorry for my son getting tricked by a poor woman. If he stays with you, he'll be doomed to misfortune. Come on, please calm down. First, we need to find out who owns the bank book. Shut up. It can't be anyone but you. I told you it's not mine. No excuses. I'll make sure you divorce my son. Felix, have you finished work yet? Yeah, I'm on the train going home. What's up? I think your mother made a duplicate key without our permission again. What? Again? I'm sorry for talking about this now when you're tired from work. No. You should have told me earlier, and there's nothing to apologize for. I just gave her a stern warning the other day and took away her keys. I know, and I saw that myself. But it looks like she was here again today without permission. What? How many duplicate keys did she make? Your mother seems to really want to come to our house. But neither of us are usually at home because of work. Why would she want to come over? So far, she's just come to check if I'm doing the housework. Like if I'm cleaning up or not, or if there's anything pre-made in the fridge. What the hell? I don't want her meddling in our life. This time, she was going through the drawers in the living room. Ransack the drawers? Sounds like a thief. Yes, but she says she was just looking for something, and she found a bank book with a balance of $1. What? Then she got angry. She called me poor and a bottom feeder, and then she told me to divorce you. Huh? But I don't have a bank book like that. I told your mother that, but she wouldn't listen to me at all. Felix, do you know anything about it? Ah, yup, that's my bank book. Oh, really? It's a bank book that I opened an account with, but ended up not using. I thought I'd have to close it sooner or later. But I've been so busy with work that I haven't had time to go to the bank, so I just left it there. Ah, that's why the account book had a balance of $1. That's right, but I'm surprised she found it. It's a bank book I don't usually use at all, so I'm sure it was tucked away in the back of the drawer. You'd have to look pretty hard to find it and pull it out. Maybe it's because it was in the back of the drawer that your mother was curious about it. Well, anyway, at least now I understand. I'm still at work and can't see what's going on at the house, so I was just wondering what was going on. I'm sorry it got messy. I'll talk to Mom. Yeah, she was pretty worked up. You can explain to her what's going on. No. Wait a minute. What? I think we can make the best of this situation, don't you? What do you mean? You know, the last time my mom made a duplicate key without my permission, there was a fuss, right? We talked about it. What? Oh, that? Yeah, I was pretty serious about it. Well, yeah. If you're really okay with it, I'd appreciate it, but... Then it's settled. Are you sure? Yeah. I'm gonna need a little help from you, so I hope you can go along with that. It's okay. I trust you and I'll leave it to you. Thank you. Let's have a strategy meeting when we get home. Roger that. Bonnie, I've had a change of heart about you. What's this about? I thought you were stubborn. You listened to me. I'm sorry? I went to your house today and found most of your stuff gone. That means you're divorcing Felix and leaving home, right? Huh? Did you enter the house without permission again? I'm Felix's mother. I think Felix just took your duplicate key again. Once I make a duplicate key, it's mine. You're a criminal now. That's not important. When are you guys getting divorced? Today? Tomorrow? No, I'm glad I could save my son from a poor wretch like you. I told him about the $1 balance. I wonder if it helped. Oh, you told Felix? Of course I did. Then you already know. That's your son's bank book. What? My son? Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. Didn't Felix explain it to you? I don't think it's a good idea to accuse someone just on the basis of an assumption, without checking the name in the bank book. Come to think of it, Felix was trying to cover for you by saying that. But the fact that your belongings are missing from the house, I knew that he followed my advice and decided to kick you out, didn't he? I was right. You lying bottom feeder, poor woman should get a quick divorce. I see. This was supposed to be my last piece of advice. Advice? I don't want to seek understanding from someone who even twists the story of her own son. Huh? That's enough, excuse me. What the hell is this? Well, if the divorce is final, then whatever. I'm going to find a suitable wife for our family this time. But well, it's not going to be easy to find the right woman for my son. I'll clean up his room so that he can live at home for as long as he needed. Bonnie, I saw the screen caps of your messages with Mother. She's such a twisted character. There's no helping her now. I guess not. I think your mom wants us to get a divorce no matter what. I thought I was giving her one last chance. So much bad blood has accumulated over the past few decades that even I, her son, can't take it anymore. I guess we'll just have to put the plan into action now. Are you sure you're okay? After all, she is your mother. Are you sure you're not overreacting? Yeah, don't worry about me. Actually, there's a part of me that feels pretty good. What? After all, my dad's mental health is ruined because of my mom. She's a monster you shouldn't get close to. Monster indeed. Bonnie, thanks for your concern. I've already made the transition, so I'm fine. Yeah, okay. Well then, I'll go ahead and get ready too. Yeah, I'll see you at the new place. Bonnie, what the hell is going on here? I thought you were divorced, but Felix hasn't come home yet. Bonnie, are you still at work? I went to your house today to check on you. The spare key I usually use didn't work anymore, so I asked the neighbors. They told me that the house has been vacant for a few days. Hey, that's not true the house is vacant, is it? You moved out, but Felix is still living there, right? Where the hell did you take Felix? Give me back my Felix! Mother, it's no use going to that house. Felix? Come on, stop pestering Bonnie with messages. Where are you now? You already divorced Bonnie, didn't you? Come back home right now. No, I'm not going home. Why not? You moved out of the apartment you were living in with Bonnie, didn't you? Let's live together as a family again. The three of us? That's right. Your father will be happy to see you back. Dad's not at home anymore, right? Huh? This is no time for casual texting. Take a good look around the house. What are you talking about? Your dad's been with me the whole... Huh? What's going on? Your father's stuff is gone. You know what? It took you too long to even notice. What? Your dad moved out of the family home? Just as it appears. Why would he leave? I don't understand. Dad couldn't take it anymore. You were obsessed with me, your son. You even made a duplicate key for yourself. You wouldn't listen to me even when I tried to warn you. You kept breaking into our house and bullying my wife over and over again. You even claimed my $1 bank book was hers. You went as far as to demand a divorce. What? And you've always been selfish and annoyed Dad. He worked hard for you. You're always telling him to earn more money. Even Dad, who's always been so kind to you, gave up on you. Oh no, so I have to live at home by myself now? That's right. What about you, Felix? You're divorced and single. Where are you going to live now? I'm not divorced. Huh? That can't be true. Bonnie's belongings were disappearing one after another. I know that. That means you kicked Bonnie out, didn't you? No, I didn't. I didn't kick her out. I just moved Bonnie's stuff out first so she could move into our new house. What? I've already moved all my stuff out. Bonnie and I are living in the new place, so you can't use the duplicate key you have, can you? That's terrible, Felix. You tricked me. You pretended to divorce Bonnie and moving out without telling me? Well, if you say I tricked you, you're probably right. But I had to do this to protect my family. Why would you treat your mother this badly? No, it's you, Mother, who's been treating us badly. Huh? You were complaining about a bank book with a balance of $1 and even told Bonnie to divorce. And I explained to you that that bank book was mine. I told you why the balance was $1, but you wouldn't listen to me. You called Bonnie a liar and a poor woman. You relentlessly pressured her to get a divorce. I couldn't believe you only had a $1 balance. You know what? I told you many times that it was an unused bank book, and yet you assumed the bank book was Bonnie's. And I brought it to your house. I showed you that it had my name on it. Mom, you just wouldn't admit you were wrong. The only thing I could do was laugh. You know what? I'm no longer your son. What? That's why I moved out of the house without telling you. What are you talking about? You're my only son. I'm sorry, but I can't continue being your son. I see what's going on here. Bonnie must have some kind of control over you. If that's the case, I'll get you a lawyer or whatever. I'll protect you from that woman. You know, are you still going to say that? You can't be a doctor and have a $1 balance. Either she's lying about her profession or she's a spendthrift. I'll say it again. The bank book with a $1 balance is mine. I also explained to you how that bank book came about. You acted as if my words didn't exist. Do you know how I felt? Well, you wanted to protect Bonnie, didn't you? But I don't think you need to force yourself to stay married to a poor woman. Your mother will find you a more suitable partner. Until then, live at home with your mother. We have a room for you too. I'm done with this. What? There's no point in saying any more. What do you mean? I mean, I'm cutting all ties with you. Wait! I'm never going back to your house again, and I'll never see you again. Felix? Just give up on me. Hey, where's your father? You know, don't you, Felix? I know, but I won't tell you. Why not? Because my dad's going to divorce you. I'm sure you'll hear from a lawyer soon. Divorce? I don't want that kind of trouble. You should be a little embarrassed. What? Do you have any idea how much you tortured him? He's mentally ill enough to go to the hospital. Your father's in the hospital? I didn't know that. Well, you were too preoccupied with destroying our marriage. I guess you didn't notice the change in his health. I didn't want to destroy your marriage. I was just trying to protect you. Bonnie, she's so busy with work. She's always trying to cut corners on the housework. If I, her mother-in-law, don't keep an eye on her, you won't be able to live decently. It's none of your business. We both work. We work and do housework together. She's making you do the housework. Whoever does the housework is our business. No, it's not up to you. The wife should do the housework. It pains me to have such old-fashioned ideas forced on me. It's time you let Dad and me go. I've only ever been a housewife. If your father and you leave me, how will I get by? Come on. You will have to work for yourself, won't you? Don't be silly. At my age, I can't work now. I can't keep up with my physical strength. No. You have the energy to travel 2 hours one way to break into your son and his wife's house. You're fit enough to work. But, well then, goodbye forever. Felix, at least tell me where you are. Please don't leave me all alone. After that, my father-in-law divorced my mother-in-law without incident. He now lives near our new house. As for my mother-in-law, she is desperately searching for us. We have moved far away from my parents' house. We have asked our relatives and acquaintances not to tell our mother-in-law the location of our new house. My mother-in-law will not be able to find us. The stress of being left alone has made my mother-in-law completely weak. She has sold the house and is now living a solitary life in a facility where no one comes to visit her. My husband and I, on the other hand, have been freed from the stress of my mother-in-law and are spending our days peacefully. My father-in-law is also in much better health since the divorce. We continue to have a good relationship, going back and forth to each other's homes for meals and drinks. My work and personal life are going well and I am very happy. Mia, you got a minute? Yeah, do you need something? You were walking around with a guy earlier, weren't you? What? I know that. Know what? That you were walking around chatting with a random guy. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean Mr. Underwood? Who the hell is that? Is that the guy you're having an affair with? What are you talking about? I'd never do something like that. I'm already busy, as you know. Then who's that guy? He's taking advantage of me being out of town. You're taking him home, aren't you? What? That's actually crazy. Then why were you walking around with that guy with a smile on your face? Because I have to entertain him. Cut the crap. You're really sneaking around cheating on me with this chump of a coworker, aren't you? Why are you so convinced I'm cheating on you? Mr. Underwood may be young, but he's our client's boss. He's not a coworker. I need to show him some hospitality. It's literally part of my job. Nice excuse. I mean, how did you even know I was with Mr. Underwood? I got a picture. From who? Does it matter? Yeah. It's making me feel really creeped out. Am I being followed by someone? I thought maybe you were cheating on me. I asked someone to do it. Huh? Why would you do that? How would I cheat on you? You don't believe me? Not really. I've been worried about you, you know. I've been traveling a lot these days. What if you cheated on me while I was away? You don't know how it feels to be a man, do you? Of course I don't. I'm perfectly fine, so don't worry, okay? Can I really trust you? Of course. If you still don't believe me, my boss can vouch for me. Do you want him to give you a call? Nah. If you say so, then I believe you. I must have been wrong. Wasn't that obvious? So, are you going to be home from your business trip anytime soon? I don't know yet. I'll let you know how things go tomorrow. Okay. I got another picture sent to me. What is it this time? A picture of you having dinner with a guy. This stuff only happens during my business trips. What's the meaning of this? What pictures? I'm sending it to you now. This was the day before yesterday. Why are you having dinner with a guy? I'm not the only one who had dinner with him. Once in a while, everyone in accounting has lunch together. There were about 7 of us, men and women combined. Somehow, we're the only ones in the photo.
Then who's this guy?
My boss.
Your boss?
That's right. If you don't believe me, I've got plenty of witnesses.
No, it's fine. I'm glad I know the truth.
Do you really think I'm cheating on you again? Joseph, do you really find me that hard to believe?
Well, who wouldn't think so if I saw a picture like this?
Stop it. I would never cheat on you, especially publicly, and during work, no less.
You don't know that. Anything can happen in a relationship, right?
Joseph, aren't you being a little paranoid?
What's that supposed to mean?
Anyway, who the hell is taking these pictures?
I can't tell you that.
Why not?
Because if I told you, I wouldn't be able to ask him to help me whenever I think you're cheating on me.
I'm telling you, I'm not. All I do is work, shop, and come home. I cook dinner, I clean up, and I do the rest of the chores. I do that every day, you know. I've got no time for an affair.
I'm away on a business trip. I don't know what you're really doing.
What do you mean?
What if you're having an affair while I'm gone?
Are you still saying that? Whatever. That's enough. I'm sick of being stalked like this just on a whim of yours. If you ever do this again, I'll file a police report. I'm serious. I'll go to the police, okay?
Okay, I believe you, Mia.
I haven't even done anything to arouse your suspicion.
I'm sorry. I just really love you, you know.
If you love me so much, you have to fully trust me. You see, the way you're doubting me this much, it's making me sad.
I'm sorry. Mia, are you at work?
Joseph? Yeah, but I'm fine. I can at least text you though. What's wrong? You're on a business trip, right?
I was, but the mother of a close colleague of mine passed away. I had to come back on short notice.
Oh my, that's terrible. So you're coming home today?
Well, I have to go to her funeral. Afterwards, I have to leave again as soon as possible.
I see.
Sorry.
Well, I guess you were on a trip. You have no choice.
Well, I just need to pick up my funeral outfit.
It's hanging in the closet in my bedroom.
Oh, okay. I'll take it with me then.
Okay. I know it's a lot of work. My condolences to her family.
And I'm sorry I couldn't meet you.
That's okay, don't worry about it. I'm gonna be working overtime again today anyway, so...
I know you're busy at work. Please don't push yourself too hard. If you go down, I go down. Got it?
Okay, I'll try my best.
Mia, I can't believe you. I trusted you.
What's wrong? Did you find your outfit?
I don't care about the outfit.
Huh? What's going on?
I just went into the bedroom and found a pair of underwear in the house that's not mine. What do you mean?
In the bedroom? I didn't see anything like that this morning. Are you sure it's not your underwear?
It's not mine. That's why I'm texting you. You're the worst for cheating on me in our own home.
Wait a minute. I don't know anything about this. I swear, I don't know a thing.
You took advantage of my business trip. I knew you were cheating on me. Who was it? The guy you were walking with the other day?
I don't know what you're talking about. I told you I'm not cheating on you. How many times do I have to tell you?
You're terrible. Your husband's working his ass off for you, and you bring a man home and cheat on him. How slutty can you be?
Isn't that your underwear? And they weren't there before I came to work. I'm telling you, I'm sure of it. I go home every day.
Don't lie to me. It's bright as day. I have proof right here.
Wait, if men's underwear really is in my bedroom, someone must have broken in. This is getting kinda creepy. Joseph, call the police.
What are you talking about? I'm not calling the police. Don't try to cover up what you did.
I'm not cheating on you. I would never cheat on you. Why don't you believe me?
Because you've been acting suspiciously for a while now. I wanted to believe you, but if I find a pair of underwear in the bedroom that's not mine, how am I supposed to believe you?
I really don't know. Why would they be in your bedroom? What if they ransacked the other rooms?
No, they didn't. There was just a pair of underwear in your bedroom, so it's obviously suspicious, isn't it?
No money or property stolen?
No.
I'm afraid to go home. Someone definitely broke in.
Hey, how long are you going to keep on playing dumb? I knew you're cheating on me.
How can you be so sure? I told you I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, it's even more suspicious when you get pissed off like that.
Whatever. When you get back from your business trip, let's talk about it face to face.
Hey, don't run away like that.
I'm not running away. I said, let's talk about it.
You're just trying to keep me in the dark, aren't you? That's enough. I'm divorcing you.
Divorce? What are you talking about all of a sudden? I didn't do anything and I don't know anything about it, and now you're divorcing me?
Stop blabbering nonsense. You've been cheating on me right under my nose. I have no intention of staying married to a woman like you.
Oh no. You really won't believe me, will you?
I wanted to believe you, but now I don't know what to think. I mean, I found a pair of men's underwear in the bedroom where I sleep. There's no way I would believe you. We're getting a divorce.
Wait a minute. Don't just decide this on your own. Joseph, I just got home. I didn't find any men's underwear on the floor. Joseph?
What? Are you trying to make up an excuse? I took the underwear.
Why?
So you don't toss them. Something like this is basically an admission that you cheated on me.
I didn't see the underwear in the first place. I can't admit to something I didn't do.
I made sure I took pictures to prove it. Here it is.
Thanks for sending them. This underwear was in a bag, right?
What?
There was an empty underwear bag in the trash can in the bedroom. It was thrown there.
Maybe your cheating buddy dumped it there, coming inside with a fresh pair of undies while the man in the house isn't there. What a chump.
I'm telling you, I didn't bring any man into the house.
I don't need any more excuses. I've already decided to divorce you. As long as I have proof of infidelity, I'm going to charge for alimony too. You're done.
This is really weird. So I called the police on the way home.
What?
Because it's just too weird. The only possible thing happened that I can think of is trespassing.
You called the police?
This whole thing is so insane, it makes me want to vomit. What if someone broke in while you were sleeping alone?
Are you an idiot? It's just your new boyfriend, isn't it? You'd be troubling the police too much, calling them every night he screwed you.
I'm saying I don't know anything about this. Someone definitely broke into my bedroom. I might even have to move out.
Would you go that far to cover up your own affair? I didn't think you were that crazy. There's no way it's trespassing. Tell the police to leave immediately. Don't let them get in the way of your job.
No, there's definitely a reason for this. I was sure of it.
I can't deal with you anymore. Anyway, I'm filling out a divorce petition as we speak. I'll see you in court.
Joseph, when are you coming home? How long is your business trip?
Don't be silly. I don't want to go home to a slut. Even if my business trip ends, I'm not going home until the divorce is finalized.
I see.
What's with you?
I finally got the test results.
What test results?
Fingerprints.
What do you mean, fingerprints?
You said there might be a break-in at my place.
You're still talking about that? It's your boyfriend, isn't it?
No. I told you there was an empty bag in the trash that day.
Yeah?
And you sent me a picture of the underwear, right? I found it came from that bag. Same brand, same everything.
What?
Also, your fingerprints were found on the bag. Can you explain that to me?
What? I don't know anything about the bag. I definitely don't remember touching it.
Oh, and that strange feeling, like I'm being followed? Yeah, the one that started around the time you started talking about how I was cheating on you.
Huh?
I realized there's always this one woman hanging around, no matter where I go. I bet she's the one taking my picture, right?
I don't know who that woman is. You're just imagining things, aren't you?
I was really uncomfortable. I mean, I was scared. This one woman who was always following me around. So I took the plunge and hired a private investigator to look into it.
A private investigator? You did that?
Because it's crazy, right? I mean, strangers are literally taking pictures of me. And you say there was a pair of underwear in my bedroom? You suspect me of cheating on you, which I have zero memory of.
And then?
What do you expect? It's a private investigator. He got all the evidence he needed.
Proof of what?
That it wasn't me who was cheating, but you.
What the hell do you mean?
You lied about the business trip, didn't you?
I wasn't lying. I was working hard.
I even called your company to ask about it.
Why would you do that?
You've hardly had any business trips before. I thought it was strange that you've been taking so many long-term business trips. Then, they told me you never went on any business trips in the first place. You were at your real girlfriend's house anyway, weren't you?
That's not true. I don't know who told you that, but it's gotta be a mistake.
You pretended you were on a business trip. You used her to take pictures of me with a man. You were the one making up this affair, weren't you?
No, I wouldn't cheat.
But I have proof that you were on a date with this woman, and solid proof you were kissing in the park. There's plenty more, you know. Never underestimate a private investigator.
When did this happen?
Joseph, you've always been so obvious, and your reactions were so immature. You didn't think that would give you away? The private investigator even found adultery on your criminal record. It hit me right away. You even promised you wouldn't cheat again, didn't you?
Did I?
You swore if you ever cheated on anyone again, you'd divorce them. Or maybe you've forgotten, huh?
What? I didn't make any promise.
Don't play dumb with me. You got your parents involved in this. You even wrote a written promise in front of everyone. I'll send this in the group chat.
That's dirty.
What's dirty about it?
You tricked me.
You were the one that tricked me, weren't you? You can't just pretend I cheated on you and then think about divorce. I've already reported everything to your parents.
Huh? Wait a minute. Why did you have to tell my parents?
Because you broke the promise you made, remember? You made it sound like I cheated on you. You were going to divorce me and rob me dry, weren't you? I can't believe it. I told your parents all about that too.
Come on. If I did that, my parents would be pissed at me.
Duh. I've already told them you want a divorce.
What?
You promised them that if you ever cheated again, you'd divorce. Your parents are taking good care of the divorce papers. So head on over to your parents' house to fetch them.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Speaking of your parents, They promise me that they'll make sure you'll be the one paying the alimony. They apologized to me over and over again, saying how sorry they were for making me feel like this. I'm really sorry it has to be this way too. All because of their stupid son.
You're such a selfish bastard. I'm not going for the divorce papers. I don't have to file for a divorce. I'll just live at her place.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
Huh?
She's a part-timer at your company, isn't she? I know everything about her, you know. Should I deliver the divorce papers to her house instead?
You're disgusting.
Which one of us is disgusting, really? I'll never forgive you for making up an affair that never really happened. Or if you want, I can leave the divorce papers at your office.
Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Or perhaps, should I ask your parents to deliver it to the company?
Don't do anything hasty. If you do that, you won't get away with it.
Then go to your parents' house and apologize. They're gonna give you a hell of a time, though.
Oh no. How am I supposed to face my parents?
I don't know anything about that. But your mommy and daddy are both very angry, you know. They said that after they watched you fill out the divorce papers, they'd still cut ties with you. They seemed kinda sad that even despite all that, it wouldn't cure your cheating habits.
Lies.
How much do you think you've made your parents cry? I think you need to rethink your life. You wrote a promise and broke it just like that. You're subhuman.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. So could you please talk to my parents?
Huh? What's this all of a sudden? You're divorcing me, right? What do you want me to talk to them about?
No, I mean, I'm begging you to ask them to forgive me. Or approve of my relationship with my new girlfriend. Or please don't break up the relationship between father and son. Couldn't you at least do that for me?
I can't believe it. What the hell are you talking about? No wonder your parents had a hard time. Anyway, you need to go get your divorce papers and file them with the authorities right away. Maybe your parents might help you.
Hey, come on. You've got to be kidding me. I'm too scared to go to my parents' house.
You did this to yourself. You're responsible for your own actions. But remember, I will never help you, not even once.
Don't say that. We're married, aren't we?
Don't be silly. You're the one who broke up our marriage.
I didn't.
That's it, Joseph. I can't trust you anymore. I'm not going to share my life with someone I can't trust.
Mia, forgive me, please. I'll leave her and I'll change, I promise.
I'm sick of hearing that crap too. Sick. Anyways, go. Get the divorce papers.
Mia.
Oh, and also, if you don't, I'm going to take both of you to court and I'm winning. Just so you know.
Huh? Are you trying to humiliate me? Anyway, I can't pay up anything like that.
What a shame. Even though you're cheating on me. As for the alimony, your parents had something to say. I'm really sorry for all the trouble my son has caused you, Mia. They said they'll make sure he'll work hard and pay it all, no matter what.
That can't be. This is scary. Please help me. Please.
Nah. I've given you so many chances to change, haven't I? But you still betrayed me, so I have no reason to help you.
Then at least ask my parents to cancel the divorce. I can't pay you alimony.
Why don't you just ask them for that in person? I've already talked to your parents. What's done is done.
Please, Mia.
I refuse. After that, with the help of my in-laws, I was able to get divorced without a hitch. Joseph was lectured by his parents to the point of tears. He also got an alimony order and was kicked out of the house. I just hope he doesn't cheat on the next poor soul he dates. I also confronted the other woman, and she paid me not to tell anyone. I will never forgive them for following me and taking pictures of me without my permission. I was going to file a restraining order if they didn't leave me alone. I'm glad that it all went smoothly and quietly. When the company found out about her affair with Joseph, she quit her job and ended the relationship. Basically, Joseph got dumped. He remained alone at the company, continued to work to repay his parents who paid for him. It seems like he's working just to lessen that debt just a little bit each day. Well, I have nothing to say as long as the alimony is paid. I'm back to being single, and every day I put all my energy into my work.
Emmy, tomorrow's the day we get married, right?
Yeah, we finally became a married couple.
I'm kinda nervous even though we're just getting a marriage license.
Same.
You're spending a night in your parents' house tonight, right?
Yeah, would you pick me up from here tomorrow, even though you've never been here? Do you know the address?
I know, so I'll be fine. I'm also gonna use Google Maps, so I should pick you up at 9 a.m. tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I'm gonna meet your parents there then. That makes me even more nervous.
Don't worry, you've already met them at the wedding. My mom and dad both seem to like you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
I hope so. Your parents seemed so formal. I hope they won't say, "You can't be with my daughter."
Don't worry, my parents aren't that strict. Just be normal.
I'll try. Emmy, let's get married and live a happy life together.
Yes, I'm happy to be married to you.
Okay, I'll pick you up tomorrow.
I know it's early, but don't oversleep.
I won't. You too, Emmy.
James, what's wrong with you? Did I do something wrong? James, are you okay? Did you get sick on the way?
You've been annoying since a while ago. I told you I'm fine.
How can it be that you're fine? We were supposed to get a marriage license today, but as soon as you came to my parents' house, you said, "I'm not going to do it today." You didn't even come up to our house. My parents were worried. You're really sick, aren't you? Do you want me to buy you something? If there's anything you want, don't hesitate to ask.
You don't have to do that.
Why not?
I don't feel sick or anything. Don't worry about it.
But you're acting weird. Last night you were excited to officially get married, but now you decide not to do it out of nowhere. You must have a reason. If you have something on your mind, just tell me.
Let me ask you something. Is that your parents' house?
What? Yes, but what about it?
They lived in that house.
What? What do you mean?
I thought you were like a princess. The way you look, the way you talk, you're elegant. The things you wear look so expensive. I thought you must come from a decent family.
What are you trying to say? I didn't know you were that kind of person.
I guess I was wrong about everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
You've been lying to me all this time. You never told me your parents lived in a house like that.
I don't know why I need to. We never talked about our parents' houses.
I didn't think it was necessary. Because you look like that, I was sure that you grew up in a decent family. Didn't I tell you before? My family isn't wealthy, but I worked hard, graduated from a good university, and got a job at a major corporation. So basically, I'm an elite. So my partner should be on the same level as me.
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Can you explain briefly?
I'm saying I was disappointed when I saw your house.
Huh?
I thought you'd be a good match for me, but I'm very disappointed. I didn't know you grew up in a shabby house. It looks like something out of an old tale. It's like over 100 years old. I'd say it's a marriage fraud.
Marriage fraud? You're going too far. It's an old house, but we've taken good care of it.
Even if it was taken care of, it's still a shabby house. Well, you should consider yourself lucky to be with me. You got to be with an elite man like me. It must have been like a dream come true for you.
What do you mean? Are you saying you only went out with me for money?
It wasn't like that, but it is too extreme. That house tells your standard of living. You're definitely not compatible with me.
What do you mean by that? We're getting married because we love each other, right? When you proposed to me, you said you loved me. Was it fake?
Of course I loved you then, but now I don't love you anymore. Because of that house. I cannot even believe your parents live there. The area around their house is a countryside full of fields. If I were your parents, I'd get sick only for a day.
I didn't know you were that rude.
I'm just telling the truth. I can't do this.
If you say so. Your parents must have a really nice mansion, huh?
Huh?
Because you look down on someone's parents' house. What does your parents' house look like? Is it like a mansion in the central city?
My house is average, but at least it's so much better than your parents' house, though. Who do you think I am? Do you think I'm a poor man who only can get a wife who grew up in a shabby house?
I never said like that. You judge me only by the appearance of my parents' house. I don't know why you overreact so much about it.
Of course, it's my future wife's parents' house.
But you didn't even see inside.
I could imagine it easily when I looked outside of it. Then I thought I couldn't be with you anymore.
What the heck? You mean you want to break up with me?
Well, I think so.
We were about to get the marriage license. Don't you think it's so rude?
I mean, I can't change my mind, so I can't do anything about it. It's your fault because you didn't tell me.
So you mean we break up just because of a shabby house?
I didn't say it like that. Anyways, it's over. I won't see you anymore. That's fine, right?
If you say so, then I guess I have no choice.
Even though you're used to living in that house, I can't believe you had thought you could marry me. How positive are you?
That's enough. I can't do it anymore either.
Your parents' shabby house is no match for me.
You know what? Can't you just say it clearly? You wanted to marry me because I'm rich. But my house was shabby, so you assumed that I'm not rich. And now you want to break up with me. That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly. If you're not rich, no marriage.
You showed your true colors.
Yeah, I'll tell you everything at this point. I worked hard, got a great education and work experience. All I had to do was marry a rich woman and I could have been perfect. The shabby house doesn't match with me.
I see, but that's just another house.
What? What do you mean by another house?
My parents' actual house is in New York, where they usually live. It's a 3 floors imported house. It's in the middle of the city and very convenient.
3 floors? 3 floors? In the middle of the city?
Yeah, I grew up there until high school.
Well, if you have such a nice house, why do you need to live in a shabby house in the countryside?
My dad says when you live in the city, sometimes you just want to be in a quiet place. On his days off, he comes to the other house to work in the fields and refresh himself.
No way. He bought a shabby house just to refresh himself?
That's the house my dad used to live in for a while. The house is so old that it could be demolished, but it was my grandpa's house and it's important to him. We decided to take good care of it and keep it for a while longer. He left right away yesterday, so I couldn't show you inside. All the bathrooms and toilets have been remodeled and are up to date. All the rooms have air conditioners and are really comfortable.
So that means your parents aren't poor?
Yeah, they are building an apartment in New York.
What? Wait. They're building an apartment in addition to the 3 floors house they already have?
Yeah. But why?
What are your parents doing?
Real estate investors, I guess we'd call them.
What? That's not what we were talking about. I just remember when we met, you told me your dad was just a businessman, so you lied.
You can invest in real estate while working at the office.
Seriously, why didn't you tell me earlier?
Why? Because my dad is working at the office and I don't need to tell you about my dad's side business.
But...
So when the apartment we're building now is finished, he want to give me a room in the apartment as a wedding gift as well. My dad said if you and I are okay with it, we could both live there. But I don't care anymore, because we're not getting married.
No, wait. Don't be hasty.
What?
I was just testing you.
Huh?
I wanted to test how much you love me.
What do you mean?
I was wondering how you'd react if I said I was breaking up with you. I was just testing you.
Huh?
But now I understand we are truly destined to be together.
I don't get it. I mean, you don't want to marry me, right? You said I'm not good enough for you because I'm poor. You just said it.
I actually said too much. And also, I didn't know the house was your second house. I actually like the old vibe.
You're so obvious.
We're destined to be together after all. It was a good opportunity for me to know that you love me that much. I'm really relieved.
When did I say that? I thought we agreed to break up.
You were even thinking about the place to live together, right? And it's an apartment in New York. You were exactly the woman I had expected. I love you now more than ever.
You love me? What an obvious lie. Just because you found out my parents are rich, take responsibility for what you said.
What are you talking about? That can't be true. I always love you, Emmy.
No, you told me that we're not getting married, right? I don't love you anymore, so the engagement is officially off.
No way. You're joking, right? I know you still love me. I'm going to pick you up now, so let's get a marriage license.
No, I can't.
I'm sorry, I was rude to your parents today. If you can't make it today, can we try again next week?
No, I can't.
If we can't do it next week, we can do it the week after that.
Even if you ask me again and again, I will never change my mind. I mean, my parents were also disappointed. You said mean stuff to our house. And you started to say not to get married. They were disappointed that I was dating that kind of man.
What? Did you tell them about the broken engagement?
Yeah, I did, because I'm still at home. The house that you said is shabby.
Why did you tell them? Didn't you think it might make my impression worse?
I mean, it's already so bad.
What? Why?
Read what's up that you sent again. What do you mean you broke off the engagement because of the shabby house? He also said I would match with you. I don't know how great you think you are, but actual elite people would never say things like that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you really mad at me?
I'm not angry, I'm disgusted. But it's okay, it's none of my business anymore. I'm not going to see you anymore, it doesn't matter.
Why are you saying that? I thought we're getting married because we love each other. I didn't know your parents well enough to get it wrong. But now that the misunderstanding's been cleared up, we're going to be together.
Together? Let me ask you this. What would you do if you're going to live in that shabby house with me? No matter how beautiful it is on the inside, I don't think you can handle that if you're a pretentious person. You can't live together with me, can you?
That's not the point. I mean, that's not gonna happen. You're building an apartment in New York, right?
See? I knew it. You don't want me. You just want the apartment. I don't want that kind of gold digger.
That's not true. I really love you.
Give up on marriage with me. Find a new rich woman.
It was a joke that I said I wanted to marry a rich woman. Please, you have to trust me.
How can I trust you?
If you have such a strong will, I have an idea.
What?
I'm coming to you right now.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm going to get your parents to approve our marriage, and then we'll go to get the marriage license. Is that okay?
No, you can't do that. My parents are gonna say the same thing. I can't do it in the first place. I can't look at you that way anymore.
Why not? We were engaged just now, so why are you being so cold?
You broke off the engagement yourself. What are you talking about?
I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to confirm your love.
Don't tell such an obvious lie. It's too much to ask.
I'm not lying. I'm going to prove it now.
Prove what?
How much I love you.
No, I'm scared of you now. You don't have to prove it to me. It's already been proven that you're just after the money.
No, it's a misunderstanding. You misunderstood me. If your parents could talk to me, they'll understand how much I deserve you.
Don't do it, please. My parents will really kick you out this time. They know that you saw the appearance of their house and broke off the engagement, and that you approached me because I look rich. You reaffirmed that I was rich and turned your hand back to me. I already know everything. I can't do that because I'm talking to my parents while we are texting.
Oh, shoot. I love you so much. Why don't you understand?
Don't make me laugh. You just love my money, not me, right?
No, of course not. That's enough. Talking on WhatsApp isn't getting us anywhere. I'm going to your parents' house now, and even if I had to apologize sincerely, I'll do that. Marry me, Emmy.
Huh? You're annoying, so don't come here anymore.
I'm serious.
I won't let you in the house, even if you come.
I'll be there in an hour or so. Just wait for me.
I told you not to come over. I don't know if you regret it later.
Emmy. I'm in front of your house. Please, open the door. I know you're inside.
I called the police.
What? The police? Why?
I told you not to come. I said I'd never see you again and that I'd break up with you.
I know that's not what you really wanted. You really wanted me to come get you, right? Stop being so stubborn and come out.
You know what, James? Now that I know what you're really like, I've completely cooled off. I don't even like you anymore. I never want to see your face again. My parents also feel the same way.
But we can understand each other if we talk.
We don't need to talk anymore. I already know you're only after my money.
Darn. I'll break open the door.
Don't do that.
I can easily break the lock on this shabby house. Look at that. I got it open just now.
The police should be here soon.
What?
I told you I called the police.
Wait, please. Are you talking about the police car behind me?
They're here to arrest you.
Please stop. I didn't do anything to get arrested.
Are you nuts?
I just came to tell my fiancée how much I love her, and I'm sure the police would understand if I told them. I didn't do anything wrong.
Then go to the police. You can go and show them what a scumbag you are.
Emmy, of course you'll marry me, right?
Bye.
Emmy.
James was then surrounded by police officers. He said,
I didn't do anything. I just came to see my fiancée.
but since he had already broken down the door, he was taken away to the police station. Since then, he has continued to push me to get back together. Of course, I refused. Then he threatened to charge me a fee if I broke off the engagement. Of course, he had no such right, but a lawyer who is acquainted with my dad requested compensation for damage to the door. He was charged a bunch of money for that. It is not a good idea to try to marry for money. About 6 months after this incident, I started dating another man. Just the other day, he proposed to me. He has a dad who is a company owner, and like me, his family is wealthy. I am sure there will be no trouble like the one with James. He's an honest and humble person who does not boast about his wealth. I hope to be happy with him this time.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Once again, you're so inconsiderate.
Why? What did I do?
Can't you think a little more about me when you do things? Do you have any idea how tired I am?
I know you're tired, but unless you tell me specifically what you need, I can't read your mind.
A wife is supposed to know what to do without me having to spell it out. So for this weekend, did you book the resort I wanted to go to?
The resort? This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Exactly why I say you're not considerate. If I want to go, shouldn't you already be booking it without me having to ask?
Wait a second. You can't just spring a vacation on me out of the blue. I have my own plans, and those resorts are expensive.
Expensive? You think I'm going to let a small thing like that stop me? We're married, so obviously you should be the one to pay for it.
That doesn't mean I have to cover all the costs. This is something you want, so shouldn't you at least pitch in?
You just don't get it. I work hard every day and deserve a vacation. Why is it so hard for you to understand my struggles?
Struggles? I'm the one managing all the household chores and childcare on top of my own work. Couldn't you help out once in a while?
Help? Me? I work hard for this family, and now you expect me to do small chores too?
Small chores? Don't talk about family responsibilities like they're not your problem.
And there it is. Even after all these years, you still don't get me. You're incapable of showing even a little concern to make things easier on me.
And you can't consider that I'm taking on a huge load here too?
You have no right to say that when you can't understand what I deal with. Look, you're covering the entire cost of the vacation this time. That's the bare minimum of what I expect.
Hold on. I can't just pull out that kind of money at the drop of a hat.
Yes, you can. All it takes is a bit of consideration and planning on your part. Why can't you just try harder without me telling you all this?
Read between the lines. I'm only human. I can't just know everything without you saying it, and frankly, I don't have the extra energy to cater to every whim of yours.
Whim? My wish to enjoy a vacation after working hard for this family is now a whim? Do you even realize how disrespectful that sounds?
Fine, but at least take charge of a few things for once. Or maybe help out with planning.
Me? Well, absolutely not. My pride wouldn't allow it.
I have no idea how that's even relevant here, but whatever.
Anyway, make sure you take care of all the preparations this time. Set everything up perfectly so I could just relax.
I'm telling you, I can't cover everything.
No excuses. The real issue here is that you refuse to understand. You haven't changed at all after all these years.
Ugh, I can't communicate with you.
Hey, I need to tell you something.
What? Out of the blue?
I'm done. I've had enough.
Huh?
I want a divorce.
Are you okay? What's this nonsense about?
It's not nonsense. I'm serious.
And why would that be?
Well, I figure you'd at least want to know why, so I'll explain. We met when I was 21 and you were just 19 through our family connections. Because of the pressure from our parents, I wasn't thrilled about it. We barely knew each other, and then half a year later we were married. Surprised us both, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
But I went through with it because I wanted to live up to my family's expectations. And now, somehow, it's been 43 years. Time's gone by and we had Sean, raised him, and went through life as a family. I thought I'd done my part.
Done your part? You may think that, but in reality, you left all the housework and everything to do with Sean to me. Do you remember that? I worked and raised him at the same time. Have you ever even thought about how little you actually contributed to this family?
Didn't expect you to say it like that. I worked hard to protect this family, no matter how hard things got. But I've reached my limit. I can't keep living like this.
Jeez.
I wasn't put on this earth just to take care of you for the sake of marriage. I want to live for myself now. I'm done living with you, so pack up and go. And just so you know, I don't plan on giving you a single cent. You can beg all you want, but I won't care.
Take care of me? You talk as if I depended on you all my life. I worked to raise this family too, you know. Do you really not acknowledge that? And you're saying you're kicking me out without even considering a fair division of assets?
There's no need for dividing anything. What I earned is mine. Don't overthink it. Just take your stuff and get out. There's no place for you at home anymore.
That's what you think, huh? So you're serious about leaving our entire life and everything we've built together behind. Is that really how you feel?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I don't care about family ties or memories. I don't have time to waste on any of that. So pack up whatever is in your name and get out of this house.
As much as I'd love to jump to it, I'm on my way home from work. Plus, if you're telling me to only take what's in my name, then obviously I'll need to get inside to pay my things, right? Will you at least let me do that?
Oh.
Isn't it obvious? All my things are in the house, so to take them, I have to go inside, don't I? If you're really kicking me out, I'll need time to prepare.
Well, alright. Just this once.
Okay, I'll head home now, but I'll need a bit of time. I'll have to go and rent a U-Haul to move my things. You spring this on me out of nowhere, so I need time to prepare too. And I have one request. Don't touch any of my things. I'd rather you not mess with or throw anything away. Promise me that, alright?
Yeah, fine. If you insist, I'll hold off.
Thanks for these 43 years.
What? Seriously. A normal woman would beg me not to leave at a time like this. At least if you did that, it might show a little charm. But no, you're completely hopeless. All you ever think about is yourself. There's no gratitude toward me at all. Kept you waiting, huh? I wanted to get this over with sooner. But anyway, I just had a meeting with the lawyer.
But this is a new low, you know. Throwing a crumpled list of demands you came up with. Did you actually give it to your lawyer? I bet he was dumbfounded. Anyone would get suspicious after a list like that.
That crumpled paper shows how many times I've thought it over. It's got meaning. Think whatever you want.
If you say so. Now that it's going forward, I have to check on other things. There are a few important things to take care of, you know.
Important things? What are you talking about? Are you planning to make it difficult?
I'm talking about insurance and taxes. We've separated, so we both need new health care, right? I'll be switching mine, and I suggest you get on that soon.
Oh, right. I guess that's something we need to sort out.
Anyway, I have to say thanks. I can finally have my own life. I went through plenty, but now I'm free.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you really need to make such a big deal out of it?
Yes, it's a big deal. Make sure you get on with that health insurance soon. Don't wait. After all, now that you're off my plan, you should be prepared for this yourself.
Off your plan? I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, don't you see? I have one less dependent now. I feel a lot lighter.
Huh? Hold on. You're the one getting removed, not me. This divorce means you're off my back, right? That means the insurance is your responsibility now.
Are you seriously that delusional? Did you really think I was the one relying on you? You're the one who's been working part-time at my nephew's factory. Or did you miss that fact?
Part-time? Me?
Oh, you don't mean to tell me you had no idea about your employment status after 6 years, right?
Okay, yeah, I started as a part-timer, but 6 years? I've been there long enough to be a full-timer now. I mean, I've put in my share, haven't I?
Did the company ever tell you that you became a full-timer, or did you just assume it?
No. I guess they didn't say it directly.
So you weren't really tracking your paycheck each month?
No. You handled all the finances, so I didn't really.
You've got to be kidding me. With shifts that vary day to day, you really didn't know?
Well, what are we talking about?
Fine, I can see you're really in the dark here. So I'll explain everything clearly. Remember 3 years ago when you were laid off due to downsizing at your old job? And after that my nephew hired you part-time at his factory? Are we clear up to here?
Yeah, of course. I remember that much, at least.
Good. Now, listen carefully to what I'm about to say. You're probably going to hear some things you didn't know. So don't interrupt until I'm finished. All right?
Things I didn't know? What? You never told me there was anything I didn't know about.
Exactly. You were kept out of the loop for a reason. The truth is, around the time you were looking for a new job, I was promoted to manager at the company I was working for.
Manager? You got promoted? This is the first time I hear about it.
Yes, that's right. Let's get one thing clear. I never told you because you made the rule that we don't bring work discussions into the house. Remember? That was your rule and I respected it. You understand? That's why I never told you about it till now.
Okay. So you're the manager now?
Director.
What? Seriously? Why didn't you...
As I said, because of the rule you insisted on.
Ugh.
Now about that health insurance and the other things I mentioned. Make sure you take care of it soon. I'll leave contact information for our son's sake. But otherwise, don't expect to hear from me unless necessary.
Wait.
Bye.
Pick up the phone. How many times do I have to call you before you answer? Pick up already. Diane, money.
Excuse me? What money?
Why is there no money?
No money? Don't tell me you're accusing me of touching your account.
What's going on? There's only 20,000 left. I thought there'd be way more. It makes no sense.
Did you finally check your balance for the first time in ages? Don't tell me you haven't looked in years.
Well, yeah. I left everything to you, so I figured I didn't need to worry about it.
Unbelievable. Sure, I managed the account, but for you to bring this up now? That account only received the part-time wages from my nephew's company. You're aware that's not a high income, right?
Yeah, I get that, but why is that an issue?
Oh, yes, it's an issue. Your next payday is 2 days away. So, for this time of month, having just 20,000 left is completely normal.
Really?
Actually, every month around this time, I've been topping off your account with my own money just to keep it from hitting zero. That's the only reason you still have money in your account.
No way. Why would you do that?
Because you kept blowing through your credit card, still spending like you did before you got laid off. I was covering it every month to prevent issues with the credit card company.
Wait a minute.
Do you get it now? Your annual income was under 30,000.
Holy crap, that's all? I can't believe it.
Honestly, looking back, I can't believe how naive I was. Every time you overspent, I had to make sure your balance didn't hit zero. I kept hoping you would rein in your reckless spending.
I see. I had no idea you were doing all that.
Oh, and about that 20,000. Remember when you said you wouldn't give me a single cent? That was in reference to the division of our assets during the divorce, right? But in reality, I was covering most of our living expenses, utilities, and rent myself. We barely scraped by, and our savings hardly increased thanks to your spending habits.
How much exactly?
$28,000. That's all I managed to save over our entire marriage. And when it's time to split it, each of us is entitled to $14,000. But since you'd likely end up penniless from your spending, I'll leave the entire amount in your account, just like you demanded. Ironic, isn't it?
Wait.
So, if there are only $20,000 left now, then $8,000 must have gone toward this month's credit card payment.
Did I really spend that much?
You really have no clue how much you've been wasting, do you? And all this time you thought you could just leave it to me to handle.
You should have stopped me earlier then.
I tried to, but you insisted that managing the finances is a wife's job, so you just kept spending without a thought. I was stuck trying to figure out how to save for retirement. Honestly, I'm relieved we're divorcing. Managing alone, I can stretch things out and make it work.
Are you serious? I never even realized.
Well, since you're no longer under my support, you should start working harder. Maybe ask your company for more shifts.
Actually, this is a bit awkward to say, but I was asked about increasing my shifts before. And I, pretty firmly said I'd rather stick with the current schedule without thinking it through.
Are you serious? You turned down extra shifts knowing that would affect your income?
Yeah. At the time, I didn't think it would impact my pay. I didn't realize I'd end up in this situation. So, could you maybe ask your nephew to help me out with this?
Are you seriously asking me to go to him for help? Are you crazy?
Well, it's awkward to go back to my boss after I turned him down, you know. But if your nephew, as the CEO, could ask, maybe they'd make an exception. I really do want to work more.
Not my problem. You're putting me in an awkward position. We're divorcing, so you're no longer in a position to ask my nephew for any favors.
Oh, come on.
Oh, absolutely not. We're getting a divorce, you know, which means there's no longer any family connection between us. Any leeway you may have gotten as a relative is gone. You'll just have to handle things yourself from here on out.
But I didn't think it'd come to this.
Stop relying on me. I'm no longer here to help, and I'm definitely not the person to depend on now. Goodbye.
Help me! I don't know what to do. Can you at least pick up the phone? Hear me out. Diane, what am I supposed to do?
What now?
I'm completely stuck. I'm going to lose the house. I never thought I'd come to this.
Wait, are you serious? Right, of course. With your current income, there's no way you can afford the rent. You had no idea how big a financial burden it was, but I didn't expect it to hit you this fast.
I honestly had no idea rent for this place was $3,000 a month. I assumed it'd be half of that.
For a single family home in this area, it's actually on the lower end. Seriously, have you been living there without knowing the rental market?
I mean, where I'm from, rent is much less. $1,000 or so is totally normal.
Yeah, if you're out in the country. This area is nothing like that. And remember, I'm the one who signed the lease for that place. You're not even on the rental agreement.
Really? So this place isn't in my name? I didn't know that at all.
Right, so I'll be terminating the lease soon. It's just not feasible for you to stay there.
Oh my god. I'll really have to move.
Take the money you got from the asset division and find a cheaper place as soon as you can. Moving has upfront costs, and it can be challenging to find a decent place for cheap. So, the sooner the better.
Alright. I'll just have to make it work somehow. It's over. It's all over. What am I supposed to do? I really messed up.
You again.
I don't know what to do.
I already heard from my nephew. You made some huge mistake that brought the production line to a halt, right? And now, because of that, the company suffered major losses.
Yeah, that's right. I finally made a huge mistake, and they fired me to take responsibility.
So?
Wait, so? Do something.
What do you expect me to do? You're calling me your ex-wife to, what, fix this for you somehow?
Listen, I got an idea. You're living with Sean and Sabrina now, right?
Mm-hmm. They actually insisted I move in with them.
Then why don't we switch places? You shouldn't be there. I should.
Excuse me? What makes you think that?
Because it's not fair that you get to live comfortably with them, eating for free and taking it easy. I want a peaceful retirement too.
Sorry, but I am paying rent, you know. And just because I'm living with them doesn't mean I'm freeloading.
What? You're paying them?
Of course. I contribute $1,000 a month. We all agreed on that after discussing it together. And that's why this arrangement works.
1,000? I can't even afford that right now.
I bet. And while we're at it, the only reason this works is because we get along well. And, you might not realize it, but Sabrina can't stand you. If you tried to move in, she'd leave the second you mentioned it.
What? She doesn't like me?
Oh, and your grandkids aren't fond of you either.
Jeez.
I mean, I guess you knew that much. So living together? Dream on. Face reality.
But without a job, I'll lose my place to live too.
And?
What do you mean?
You contacted me because you thought I'd actually do something for you.
Well, I was hoping maybe you'd help somehow.
It's time you realized something. We're almost divorced. To me, you're just another acquaintance. I have no obligations to help, nor any reason to.
Don't say that.
You know, I don't even need to listen to you anymore. Our relationship ended the day we separated. And, to be honest, there's no point in continuing this conversation. So, let's call it a day.
Wait, hang on. You don't have to be so cold about it, do you?
From now on, unless I find it absolutely necessary, don't expect any replies from me. I can't help you anymore, and I have no intention to.
Please, Diane. Just hear me out till the end.
Oh, I've heard enough. Once again, goodbye.
Diane, please wait. Can't you come back?
Jason decided to start drawing his pension early, probably thinking he finally managed to live independently. But of course, it didn't take long for him to hit a wall. His spending habits hadn't changed, and his pension loan was far from enough. Even so, he didn't cut back or make a budget and just kept spending without any thought. Finally, he called Sean and had the nerve to demand a $4,000 monthly allowance, claiming,
"You're living with your well-off mother, so you can afford to give me that much."
Sean, as the responsible provider he's always been, was unfazed by such nonsense. He thought it over and decided that he couldn't financially support him anymore. Quietly, he arranged for Jason to move into a low-cost senior home far away. Then, he took him there himself, telling him coldly,
"This should be enough for you,"
before leaving. Since then, I hear Jason spends his days alone, with no visitors at all. Meanwhile, I'm happily living with Sean's family in a lively home. It's given me even more motivation to work hard, making sure I'm never a burden on my family. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.